hire, and close parentheses, comes with the power to dismiss. Pursuant to that, Your Honor, and pursuant to the records of the case, although this was dated November 14, yet, Your Honor, I have no concrete copy telling that it was received indeed by the higher headquarters, yet records reveal that there was a communication sent by the regional office PRO3, particularly the OIC of the personnel, to the higher headquarters. So that will explain, Your Honor, why the decision was not implemented by the regional director of Region 3 at that time, pursuant to this Memorandum Circular 2013-020. And, Your Honor, the PNP is strictly bound by this Memorandum Circular. Thank you, Your Honor.
With the permission, again, ang nire-refer mo, pag may final disposition na yung kaso, ipapadala mo because the power to hire and fire up to the rank of superintendent or lieutenant colonel belongs to the chief PNP. Above that, President of the Philippines. Below that, pagka PNCO, ang alam ko during my time, sa regional director level na yan. Ang binasa mo circular, that's in reference to finally disposed na kaso. Ito hindi pa. Ang sinasabi ko, hindi pa nakapag-file ng MR, so nasa level pa rin ng regional director yan. Ngayon, kung finally nag-file ng MR, pagkatapos dinicide pa rin, denied yung MR, saka pa lang niya naakyat sa national headquarters kasi nga dismissal yung penalty. Final judgment hindi pa kompleto yung due process Bakit ipapadala sa DPRM? Hindi pa naman kompleto yung due process. The process has not been completed.
I highly respect, Your Honor, that proposition, Your Honor. However, during that time, again, I may say that
read again the circular. Hindi sinabi dyan na yung wala pang MR, papadala mo na sa krame.
Yes, Your Honor. That's why I highly agree with you, Your Honor, that your statement is...
Kaya mali pa rin yung pinadala sa krame.
Yes, Your Honor,
Okay.
I highly agree with you. And I submit, Your Honor.
All right. Just a few more points.
Kung hindi pa nasagot, yung tanong ni Senator Dillon, saan natulog? Between November 2014 and March 2, 2016, nung sinerve yung order, saan natulog? Hindi sa krame, definitely.
Saan natulog? Wala bang makasagot kung saan natulog yung kaso? O sige. Kasama rin sa misteryo siguro tatalakayin na lang ng committee pagdating na...
Can we not answer? I mean, can we not fix this problem? It's napakasimple lang. Ba't natulog ng ganun katagal? Did you not follow up, sir? General Lacadin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Based on the transmittal from DPRM dated February 1, 2016, that was the same transmittal of the documents transmitted by General Petrasanta to Camp Crame. The transmittal was signed by Police Director Dominador Aquino Jr., who was then the director of DPRM.
All right. So that was signed by General Aquino, the transmittal to Crame. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. In Crame, who received it and where did it sleep?
Hindi ko na po masasagot, sir, kasi hindi pa ako director that time. I can only answer yung
Who can answer that?
nailipat na sa amin.
Sir, just yung sinasabi ni General Lacadin, sir, yung transmittal, kasi kay Sir Aquino, sir, kay Dominador Aquino, sir, hindi pwedeng papuntang Crame. Sa Crame po si...
No, from Crame to Region 3. Ito yung sinasabi ko.
Okay, so...
Just for the record, the intervening statement was made by General Corpus.
All right.
Go ahead, General Senator Dillon.
All right. So, General Petrasanta said it had to be sent to Crame because there were 2 officers involved. Is that a correct recollection of your statement, sir? General Petrasanta?
At the same time, sir, yung binasa po kanina ni Senior Superintendent or Colonel Lopez, yun po ang basis namin, kaya namin sinubmit yung...
Noong pagbalik po, when the case folder was returned to the region 3, was there a written confirmation insofar as these two officers are concerned? Just for the record.
Hindi ko na po alam yun, Your Honors.
I'm sorry?
Hindi ko na po alam yun, Your Honor, because
You
I was
would
not
not know.
ready.
So, because I'm just following up your statement, that the reason why you referred it there to Krame is that it needed confirmation for the two officers. Although from that statement, it is also clear that the dismissal of the non-officers, and there were, 10 of them, needed no confirmation. And they could have been dismissed, or the order of dismissal could have been served on them. Nevertheless, it was not served. So, because allegedly, the dismissal of the officers would have to be confirmed by Camp Krame, which procedure is questioned by the former chief of the PNP, now Senator Lacson. But nevertheless, having said that, was there a confirmation of the dismissal on the officers? Was this confirmation in writing, just to validate that statement?
None, Your Honor. However,
None.
because what was sent to the regional office, PRO3, dated February 1, 2016, was a memorandum likewise directing, Your Honor, that administrative cases and records of PNP personnel be remanded back.
Can you, Madam Ms. Lopez, or
Yes, sir.
Colonel Lopez, what is it? What did you say? February 1, 2016. What was that?
Yes, Your Honor. It is a February 1, 2016
Can
memorandum.
you speak closer to the microphone, because
Memorandum, Your Honor,
not.
which was issued by the national headquarters, particularly, Your Honor, Dominador E. Aquino, who was then the Directorate for Personnel and Records Management, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I quote the same?
Yes. Oh, see.
Okay.
Not the entire thing, just the substance. Oh.
Yes, Your Honor. I mentioned this paragraph 3 that in this connection, remanded to that office are the administrative case records of PNP personnel forwarded to this directorate for your disposition. Meaning to say, Your Honor,
Can you just repeat that before interpreting it?
okay, paragraph 3, Your Honor, of this memorandum provides that in this connection, remanded to that office pertains to the regional offices, like in this region, Region 3, are the administrative case records of PNP personnel forwarded to this directorate for your disposition. Your Honor, may I qualify? May I explain, Your Honor? Pursuant to that directive, Your Honor, which I mentioned a while ago, and this was particularly a memorandum citing this Memorandum Circular 2013-020, requiring that administrative adjudication involving serious grave offenses filed against PCOs and NUPs be approved and signed by the Chief PNP pursuant to the principle of power of comes from the power to dismiss. Your Honor, during that time, although
All right. Okay, I have heard enough, and your interpretation is on record, and we can make our own conclusion.
yes,
In any case, it is on just on the facts. On February 1, 2016, the case was returned
remanded. Yes,
to
remanded.
to the police region where it originated from,
Yes.
which is Region 3,
For
with a statement for your disposition. Okay, it is clear that the case is being returned for you to implement after 14 months. It slept in Camp Crame without any action taken. And contrary to your statement, I'm sorry, General Petrasanta, that it needed approval because pagbalik po sa inyo ang referral lamang, quote, for your disposition, close quote. So ibig sabihin, for your implementation, there is no confirmation by the Chief PNP of the dismissal of the officers, contrary to your statement that you have said it there for this for confirmation. They did not confirm. They just said for your disposition. Now, it is on that basis. So, February 1, 2016, binalik po sa Region 3 for your disposition. So, that is the fact now. And it was only because it was only on March 2, after it was received, that the order was implemented. And it took, and it took again, after the MR was filed on March 14, it took another 20 months for the demotion to be implemented. Eh, dinemote na nga, dinelay pa. This is truly unusual, and I myself am not convinced that there was no effort to delay this, to sit on it deliberately for for the agenda of some people. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
I would like to, in fairness to General Bayalde, I'd like to ask some questions if I may. You know, General Bayalde has been on the carpet for so long na nahihirapan din siya sigurado, no? And I'm not being hypocritical here. The key to me here is people who are guilty should be punished. People who are unfairly being judged must be able to be given a chance to explain themselves, and that's why really this is Al Bayalde Day. Talaga kung talaga tutusin, in addition to other things, no? In fairness, no? So let me first ask General Petrosanta kanina. General Petrosanta, sinabi niyo kanina pinatawag niyo si General Albayalde pagkatapos na marinig itong nangyari ito in accordance with the orders of police, General Purisima. Totoo po ba yan?
Immediately after the operation po, a day after.
So pinatawag niyo po. Nag-usap po kayo.
Yes po.
Ano po pinag-usapan niya?
I was clarifying the evidences presented. And because of our validation intelligence reports that seemingly hindi po na i-lahat yung mga ebidensya na nakuha ng mga doon sa raid na nangyari.
So sinabi niyo, may nag-raid under your jurisdiction, yung intelligence officer mo, si Colonel Baloyo, kasama yung tao niya, tinatawag kita rito para paliwanag mo. Ganun ba ang siste?
Hindi po. I called up the provincial director to give me a honest to goodness report regarding the incident dun sa raid na nangyari the day before.
Were you satisfied with the report? Wala pang report nun? Wala pang formal?
Wala pa po.
Pero may report siya rito na sinasabi na August ang sabi niya doon sa report, spot report practically, on November 23, meron kami nakuhang information dito na may nag-ooperate ng drug or something like that. Pag kinukuha ko yung papel, no? Tapos, on November 29, nag-raid. So sa mga katuwid, alam ni General Albayalde na November 23 pa, meron na. Pero doon sa pagtanong namin ni Senator Lacson noong isang araw, si General Baloyo, sabi niya, alaman lang namin alas 2. 29. At lumalabas doon, na tinawag pa si Laksamana, ikaw ang casing, at pagkatapos sabi niya, hindi po ako pumasok, hindi ako kasama dyan, hindi po ako pumasok. So sa madaling sabi, pati yung affidavit ni Santos na pinapahanap ko, November 29. I'm trying to get a copy of the spot report signed by General Albayalde para nagkaroon ng 23. Yung, hindi yan. In-underline ko pa yan. Ito. I will read it para maintindihan niyo. No? Nakalagay, Acting Regional Director PRO3, kay Huyon.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
From Acting Provincial Director, Special Report Reconfiscation of 36.681 kilos. Bibilisan ko lang ho dahil marami ako tanong, no? RIDs, ano yung ibig sabihin doon?
Regional Intelligence
Regional Intelligence
Division po.
Division. Rating scheme based on National Strategic Action Plan for Intelligence. Spot report from this office dated November 29, 2013. This pertains to the anti-illegal drugs operation conducted by elements of Pampanga Police Provincial Office at Woodbridge Subdivision, Lakeshore, Barangay Divisoria, Mexico, Pampanga on November 29, 2013 at about 5 p.m. Nasabi sa amin ni Colonel Baloyo, 4:30, 4 o'clock, thereabouts. Okay, give or take half an hour. That resulted in the arrest of one Ding Wen Kum, 30 years old Chinese national from Yangtze Province, Republic of China. People's Republic of China, siguro ito. And one Roel Cabag, Luwage, or alias Owi, 48 years old, of Sambuan, Cebu City, and the recovery of 36.6 kilos of methamphetamine. Di ba dapat masaya kayo dyan? Nakakuha ng 36 kilos?
Yes, Your Honor, but yung validation namin is contrary po doon sa...
Yung intelligence finding nyo?
Yes po.
Na mas maraming nakuha.
Yes,
Ano ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, yun siya pinatawag. Ano? Tapos, commonly known as Shabu, with an estimated value, mali pa pala yung sinabi ko, ang value ko, 160 million. Ito sabi ni General Albayalde, 182.5 million pesos, yung 36 kilos. Cash money amounting to 300,000 and the marked money of 100,000 pesos. The operation was a result of a week-long surveillance. Week-long. That means General Albayalde was aware of it. Were you aware of it, sir?
Sir, again, I
You
go
relied
back
on the
to
staff.
my answer, sir. Yung kanina po, pag sinabi kasi natin sa ordinary, this is for purposes, sir, of awards and decorations lang po,
I will
sir.
get to that.
Yes,
Sabi
sir.
nyo, week-long surveillance and case built up by members of the PD. Sa liwado sa sinasabi ni Colonel Baloyo at the time. Received the information from Bullet. Hanggang ngayon, di pa lumalabas si Bullet. Buhay pa ba si Bullet, Colonel Juan? Yung asset mo? Bullet o binulit na? Binulit na siya.
Your Honor, wala na po akong information kay Bullet.
Di ba inaalaga niya yung mga asset niya dapat? Di ba may institutional alaga ng asset yan? Pinapasa mo sa mga kaibigan mo, sa mga para pa alam niyo kung sino tatawagin. Di ba? Answer.
After ng operation po, Your Honor, wala na pong contact.
Yun ang problema. Walang
Wala
institutional
na-
building.
Wala po.
Alright. Superintendent Baloyo immediately informed the undersigned about the said information. The undersigned immediately instructed subject PCO to conduct case built up. So, 2 o'clock ka, sabi mo ganun eh. Doon kayo nagsimula. Ito, November 23, sinasabi, nagpagkanda ka ng case build up against the suspect. November 23 ka sinabihan dyan, lumalabas. Tama? Ito, best evidence ito.
Yun po yung sa
Okay, yes.
Your Honor, report niya.
The informant further obtained, further claimed that they can buy the shabu from a certain alias Owi on November 25, 2013. On November 25, huh? Superintendent Baloyo instructed the informant to arrange for the purchase of shabu worth 100,000 pesos. A day after the informant contacted Superintendent Baloyo that alias Owi agreed to meet them in the afternoon of November 29, 2013 at Nara Street, Woodbridge, Lakeshore, Barangay Divisoria, Mexico, Pampanga for the said drug trade. About 3 p.m., same date, Bullet informed Baloyo that we confirmed the availability of shabu. Hence, 2 personnel of PAID SOTF of Pampanga, PPO, who acted as posure buyers. Nasa batas yan. Posure buyer, dapat may posure buyer. And alias Bullet immediately proceeded to the said address and met alias Owi. After the posture buyer showed the marked money to Owi, they were made to enter the house of the said address, and while inside, the police officer saw a Chinese-looking person repacking kilos of white crystalline substance suspected to be a shabu immediately after OE received the marked money. The pursuers gave the pre-arranged signal. Ano yung pre-arranged signal, General Albayalde?
Hindi ko po alam, sir. I was
Pero kayo nagpirma nito eh.
The team
Oh,
leader, sir.
ano yung pre-arranged signal? Ano ka pirma dito, General? Kayo ito. I'm just reading from your statement. Sorry, ah.
Sir, yun po ang communication ng pusher buyer at saka ng...
Ano nga yung arranged signal? Pito?
Sir, maybe
Pito,
si
di
Guerrero,
naman
sir.
makapito,
Siya
no?
po kasi ang sir eh.
Ha?
Siya po kasi ang sir, backup. Siya po,
Alam ko may
sila pong
backup, pero ano yung pre-arranged signal?
yun po ang
Telepono?
yun po ang communication ng
Alam ko, signal, yun ang communication. Anong ginamit yung instrumento?
Sila Guerrero po yung may alam, Your Honor. Sila pong arrange ng...
Kayo ang
signal,
nagre-read.
Your Honor.
Guerrero ngayon ang may alam. Ano ba yan? Ha? Ikaw ang team leader. Dapat ikaw nagsabi. Kaya nga nakalagay sa bypass operation, meron muna kayong prior conference. O, ikaw ang security. Ikaw ang backup. Ikaw ang recording officer. Di ba may ganon? Shall I read you the law? So, wala. Walang pre-arranged signal. Binawala mo lang yung boss mo. PSI de Guzman then immediately ordered the members of the team to swoop down the place after his phone rang. Oh, phone! After his phone rang, ginamit yung telepono. Andiyan ba si de Guzman? Come forward. Double time. Habang papunta ka, sino nag-instruction sa'yo na ang signal ay telepono? Ano, nag-dial ka doon? Ano rank mo? Tenyente ka ba?
Yes, sir.
Ikaw yung kasama na demote, one rank.
Yes, sir.
Oh, ano signal? Nasa labas ka ba? Nasa loob?
Nasa labas ho, sir.
Nasa labas. Paano mo nakuha yung signal?
Tumawag ho, sir, yung pusher buyer, sir.
Sino yung pusher buyer?
Officer Santos, sir.
Si Rodney.
Officer Santos, sir.
Si Rodney.
Pusher buyer, sir. Officer
Ano
Santos.
pangalan niya?
Ronald, sir.
Oh, huli lang kita kung alam mo eh. So, alam mo.
Yes, sir.
Ano rango nun?
During that time, sir, SPO1, sir.
SPO1.
Yes, sir.
So, ang signal na tatawag sa inyo.
Yes, sir.
Talaga mag ganun ang papasok kayo sa drug den, practically. Drug lord yung papasukin nyo. Nakita nyo, may droga doon. Tatawag ka sa telepono. Di binaril ka doon. Ay, porbida. Kwentong kutsero yan, sabi ni Senator Soto. Yung ba ang plano nyo? Babarilin kayo doon. Alam nyo, hindi nyo alam kung sino may-ari ng bahay. Drug lord, sabi mo, natatakot ka, teritoryo nila yun. Ang signal nyo, tatawag sa telepono. Harapan nung bumibili. Oh, sige, tuloy natin. Ano na nangyari nang sinabi signal? Pumasok na kayo.
Yes, sir.
Sino kayo?
Sir, yung backup officer, sir. Lahat na po kami, sir.
Ilan?
Lahat na kami, sir. Lahat ng backup.
10 kayo, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Pati si Baloy, pumasok.
Yes, sir.
O, 10 kayo. Buti nagkasya sa pinto. Ah. Pumasok kayo, 10. Di nagtutulakan pa kayo sa pinto. Lalo, pakasaway mo si Colonel Baloy, magtutulakan kayo. Buti hindi kayo binaril. Ha? Oh, sarado yung pinto. Drug house yun eh.
Sarado ba ang pintuan? Was it closed?
Bukas po, sir.
Sino nagbukas ng pinto?
Sir, si Owi, sir.
Owi.
Yes, sir.
Di ba si Owi yung... ano yun? Anong trabaho ni Owi? Tingnan ko kung alam mo.
Sir, siya po yung gardener sa bahay, sir.
Gardener.
Yes, sir.
Di ba si Owi ang nagsabi, makakabili kayo? Makakabili kayo ng droga?
Yes, sir. Pero, ano rin po siya, sir. Siya yung, ano din, sir. Gardener din, sir. Pero nakakabili rin
10
po siya.
kayong pumasok. Sabi palagi ni Baloyo, drug lord. Mabuti hindi kayo pinagbabaril doon.
Wala pong barrel nun, sir, yung ano, sir.
Walang ano?
Wala namang pong barrel, sir, yung ano, sir.
Walang baril.
Yes, sir.
Ang dami-daming drugs. Nasaan na si Owi? Kung mo sabihin, umuwi na sa bahay, ha? Nasaan na si Owi?
Sir, nung last hearing, sir, na sabi niyo, sir, patay na ako, sir.
Lahat namamatay, ano? Sa malangit nawa. Sus Mario Jose po. Hindi nakakatawa ito. Napapailing kami lahat eh. Pagkatapos on, this one, immediately ordered the members to swoop down the place after his phone rang that resulted in the arrest of the suspects. Ilang suspects?
Dalawa po, sir.
Dalawa. And confiscation of the said suspected shabu placed in one open luggage and one medium-sized box. The cash money amounted to 300,000 and the marked money amounting to 100,000. Di ba kayo nakakita nung... Sino nakakita ng box? Barangay ba? Yung mga security. Dumating na ba rito yung mga security? Sige. Dapat tawagin nyo next year. Sabinan nyo na yan. Tapos, suspects were present for inquest proceedings before the office of the Assistant Provincial Prosecutor. Tama? Colonel Beloyo? Major Beloyo, tama?
Yes, sir.
Tama yun, Major De Guzman? Gano'ng katagal bago nyo hinarap sa piskal?
If I message sir, the following day, sir.
The following?
Yes, sir.
The following ano?
Day, sir.
The following day? November 30.
November 30 or
Hindi, ang dalit
December 1,
tandaan
sir.
yan eh. Paghuli nyo, sumunod na araw, dinala nyo na sa piskal, tama?
hindi pa ho nun, sir. Hindi pa
Sino?
ho, sir. The following day pa ho, sir, bago na inquest, sir.
Anong betsa?
Mga December 1 siguro, sir. Ganun po.
December 1. Tandaan mo ha. The arresting officers were directed to keep in their custody the respondents until and after the commitment order has been issued by the court. On the other hand, the recovered shabu with our actual weight of 36 kilos and the cash money were turned over to the RCL03 on November 30, 2013. Back to General Petrosanta. Are you aware of this? Tinurn over ba sa inyo, sa RDO? Sa, ano ba yung RCL03?
Crime laboratory po.
Crime Laboratory.
Yes,
Can
Mr.
you
Chair.
confirm that na nabigay yung pera ito at saka yung lahat yan? Palagay, confirm. Kaya kayo nagka-problema, hindi binigay lahat. Tama po ba yun?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, General Bayalde, you relied on the report of your people. Pinirmahan mo lang ito, tama?
On the spot report, yes, sir.
Ang sabi mo for awards purposes.
Yes, sir.
Forgive me, I have to answer this question. Dito. I have to ask you this question, sir. Nothing against you. I just find it strange that you recommend the following named PCOs and PNCO for having demonstrated outstanding performance, napakagaling ng performance of duty for the successful bypass operation of Woodbridge Subdivision. Barangay Divisoria, Mexico, Pampanga would be given recognition as manifested by the courage, professionalism, and devotion of duty. Promotion to the next higher rank, Jovendi Guzman, Police Senior Inspector. Donald Roque, Romel Vital, Dante Dizon, ito pinapahanap ko ito. Dindor Dizon, isa sa kanila, si Dante Dino. Romeo Guerrero, Jules Maniago, Ronald Santos, ito yung hinahanap natin, hanggang ngayon di makita, may warrant of arrest na yan. Al Senador Emtino, Eliero Valeroso, Gilbert De Vera, Anthony Laksamana, yung hindi niya alam na nandun siya. At saka, ito, for PNP, medalya ng katangi-tanging gawa, PNP Distinguished Conduct Medal. Police Superintendent, Senior Superintendent, Oscar Albayalde.
Signed by...
Nakakapagod. In other words, nirecommend mo rin si Baloyo, nirecommend mo rin si Balubal, pero kasama ka as Police Senior Superintendent and the recommendation is signed by no less than Oscar D. Albayalde. You're giving yourself an award?
Yes, sir. Ano po kasi yun, sir? It's for the award. Remember, because signatory po ako dyan, sir, it will be up to the regional director also to recommend that to the higher headquarters.
I understand. I just have to ask this
Yes,
question.
sir.
Like I
I
say,
think
forgive
General
me.
Lacson understands me fully well, sir.
No, but
Yes.
nakalagay yung pangalan niya dito.
Yes,
For
sir.
award.
Yes, sir.
For PNP, medalya ng katangitan. I'm just a civilian.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chairman,
Yes, sir.
ganyan talaga,
Usually-
pagka-accomplishment,
Yes, sir.
nagdagdag ng pangalan, pagkasapit na, kanya-kanyang alisan.
Yes, sir. I think that is the very experience of Senator Lacson, sir.
You know, Colin Powell, nung Vietnam, bigay ng medalya. So, nung Iraq War, talagang pinipili na yung medalyang bibigyan. Hindi lahat binibigyan. Parang mumurahin na, parang candy na lang na binibigay. And I would
just to-
suggest to whoever is at PNP, huwag naman ganyan para talagang well-deserved yung medalya. At tapos sabi pa ni General Lacson from his experience as General, pagka
victim din
nakahuli,
si
ang
Senator
kanya-kanyang
Lacson yan,
takbo.
sir.
Dahil pagka nagkasabitan na, hindi nyo kasali dyan.
Yes, sir. Victim din, sir, si Senator Lacson, sir. I think Senator Lacson will fully understand that.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, just to go back, is it correct that it was General Purisima, Alan, you directed General Petrosanta to conduct the investigation?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your
All right.
Honor, sir.
You were the chief PNP at the time.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, were you ever informed of the action taken by the region office of the investigation that you directed to be conducted?
The administrative investigation was conducted by PRO3, Your Honor.
And you were not informed of the results?
It did not reach my office. Your
Sorry?
Honor. It did not reach my office, Your Honor.
It was submitted to your office?
It was not submitted to my office, sir. Yes, sir.
I was not submitted to your office.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you ever inquire, since you were the one who who ordered the investigation, did you ever inquire? Ano nangyari rito?
Sir, I have faith in my officers that they will do their job as regional directors and in my instructions. Like what General Magalong did, that when I ordered him to investigate the case, he went up to the filing of the criminal case.
You want to say anything, General Petrosanta? No? So, hindi po maliwanag sa akin. Just answer my question. Did you inquire from whoever, from your underlings, what happened to these instructions that you gave?
Your Honor, as far as I can recall, I cannot recall any that I
You
inquired.
don't recall anymore.
Yes, Your Honor.
I was just asking Senator Lacson, pag nag-recommend kayo ng medalya, kanino sinasubmit? Di ba sa regional director? General Petrosanta, kayo ang regional director nun. Binigyan nyo ba ng award lahat? Ini-recommend? Siyempre, gusto lahat yan, mapupromote sila eh. Mas mabilis ang promotion pag may mga ganyan, di ba? Binigyan nyo ba ng
I
medalya?
was not
Binigyan nyo ng...
sure if I signed their recommendation, Your Honor. I cannot recall.
You cannot remember? Hindi, kagiting-gitingan na. General Bayalde, was it approved by the regional director? Hindi nyo naman tandaan eh.
Hindi ko na po alam, sir, kasi I was already floating that time.
Now, let me
Kasama ba
ask
yan
you
sa-
both a question. From what we've heard, nakita mo, sabi mo, you relied on them. Kaya nga, 4 awards, sabi mo sa akin, ha?
Yes, sir.
4 awards. Yung report mo, 4 awards. You relied on it. Ngayon, nakita mo kung ano nangyari. Nakakulong na tuloy si Colonel, si Major Baloyo. Nakita natin na lumabas na yung marami na mayroon palang Lee na talagang dapat yun ang nahuli. Namatay na yung iba. Nakita nyo na hindi sinunod yung walang camera, yung pag-gather ng evidence. Would you still recommend them for awards?
As I've said,
Bibigyan niyo ng award?
As I've said earlier, Your Honor, if these things came out 6 years ago, and
That is not my
as
question, sir. My
yung
question
ano
is, ngayon alam mo,
Of course not, Your Honor.
pababawi mo ba yung mga awards?
In fact, I don't know if I was even given award here, Your Honor.
Pababawi mo. Kasi sabi niyo, imbestigahan niyo na sila ngayon eh. Pag
Yes, sir. Yes,
kailangan
sir.
mag-iimbestiga.
That is the very
And
reason
thank you
why...
because I was telling you
Yes,
that
sir.
huwag na natin palawigin ito, imbestigahan niyo na.
Yes, sir. I directed the
ang-
DIDM already, sir.
Ang napolcom, tama ba itong procedure na ito na yung mga sinasubmit dadating sa inyo? Hindi ba po totoo, and I want Napolcom to confirm this. Ito ang rule. Ang ganda ng mga tanong ni Senator Drilon kanina, and I agree with it. Pero ako, I'm enamored by this. Sapagkat pagka-pulis, pagka-gobyerno, kailangan mabilis umaksyon. Dahil ang perception ng tao, wala kayong ginagawa eh. Di ba? Yun ang sinasabi. In fact, I have text messages here right now na may mga hinuli sa Pampanga, nakita pa sa CCTV, walang ginagawa ang kapulisan. Mamaya sasabihin ko yan. Ang gusto ng tao, and I hope I'm correct, and I know sinasabi sa akin tao, pag may ginawa ang pulis, lalo na yung mga kuwan, dapat a-action kagad. Di po ba dapat gawin ang gawin natin? Action agad?
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair.
General Petrasanta, under the law, sa Section 42 of RA 6975, ang dami natin sinasabi dito, ipafile, dumaan ka sa mas mahabang proseso. Now, tatanungin ko kayo, hindi ba pwede nyo tanggalin summary dismissal? Ito ba charge dito, serious, and the evidence of guilt is strong sa pananaw nyo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Dalawa kayong general nagpa-imbestiga. General Purisima, you, General Petrasanta, pati si General Magalong, pinaimbestigan nyo yan. Nagtutulakan tayo doon sa recommendation, pero wala na yan. Do you think, si General Lacadin, at tatanungin ko kayo, do you think that the charges here are serious and the evidence of guilt is strong, gentlemen?
Yes, sir, because when I assumed as the regional director of Region 3, Attorney Pagamaspad, the respondents together with their lawyer approached me in my office.
Yes, sir.
And
then?
we talked about the possibility because at the time, the motion for reconsideration was pending. So I told them, I will ask some questions, and probably if you can answer it satisfactorily, I will consider the motion for reconsideration. And one of the questions is this: how come that based on documents, the operation was conducted at 10 in the morning, but in the report, it was conducted at 4 p.m.?
Which is a comment made by
Yes,
Colonel
sir.
Santos, Colonel Lopez.
Yes, sir. And how come that they did not follow the SOP in conducting inventory as provided for by law in drug offenses? And the same answer given by Major Baloyo as the same answer given to me that time. So,
Which is?
they were threatened by the security personnel of the Lakeshore.
Ayun,
Your Honor.
General.
It was the first time that I heard that.
Gagamitin yung term ni General Albayalde. Mga bata natin yan. Ito mga lintik na security ito. Tinutukan yung mga bata natin. They were surrounded. All 10 of them were surrounded by 2 security guards. Umatras kayo.
Actually, sir, in my more than 30 years of police service, noong ko lang narinig na ang police natakot sa security guard.
Napaligiran sila ng dalawa 10 sila. Umatras sila, talo sila
So, I will never consider the motion to
I'm not being
lesser
funny,
penalty.
I just find it ludicrous. Niloloko nyo kami na napaligiran kayo ng 2 tao, 10 kayo. Nilabas nyo na lahat yung ebidensya, nilipat nyo na sa ibang lugar, di nyo na kinuha na ng retrato. Natakot kayo. Now, next question. Does you think that this involves conduct and becoming an officer? General Lacadin, or any of you? General,
Definitely, sir, it is a serious offense.
General Magalo, is it conduct and becoming an officer?
Sir, absolutely, sir.
General Petrasanta?
Yes, sir.
General Purisima?
Yes, sir.
It's conduct and becoming an officer. Who? Which officers? General Magalo, which officers?
The police officers involved in the anomaly in the operation in Mexico, Pampanga.
Colonel Baloyo?
Yes, sir.
At the time, Colonel, si Inspector Domingo ba yan? Ah? Guerrero? Hindi. Guzman. Conduct and becoming an officer, that's a very serious offense.
Yes, sir. Very serious offense.
All right. Would you consider the acts of General Albayalde? Now, be careful with this answer, all of you. Na pinaimbestiga nyo, tapos ang nangyari, binigyan pa ng award, hindi siya nag-follow up, pagkatapos ito, hindi niya na-follow up. Kung ano nangyari, dahil inimbestiga na siya, natanggal siya. Ang reaction ko dyan, kung natanggal ako, tignan ko, ano ba ginawa ninyo at nagkagulo-gulo tayo? Hindi ko dinidiin kayo, Oscar. I just want to make sure, maluwabas ito. Kung sasabihin nyo, hindi, kunyan, ano sagot nyo dyan? Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, is very abnormal po.
Very?
Abnormal po.
But the law does not say abnormal. It says conduct unbecoming an
Yes.
officer. And we have to follow the law. Yes, sir.
I just want to pursue that point kanina kay General Petrasanta and General Lacadin.
Yes.
So tinake up nyo pala after you were RD, General Lacadin, you were RD. Pending pa rin yung kaso noon.
Yes, sir, when we received the the decision penned by the former regional director, General Petrosanta, we served the decision of dismissal, but it was not implemented because of the timely filing of the motion for reconsideration.
All right. And then,
It was forwarded to the Committee on Review to conduct another review based on the merits of the motion for reconsideration filed by the respondents.
and then, what did you do afterwards?
I retired 2 months after we received the folder, sir. It was a day of election, national elections, and katulad ng sabi ni Attorney Bagamaspad, busy na kami sa field. But the folder was transmitted to their office for action.
During that investigation, either General Petrosanta or General Lacadin, were there no interventions that happened? Ba na biglang naiba na ang sitwasyon from dismissal to demotion?
In my term, nothing was changed in the original resolution, sir.
Which was
Dismissal pa rin, sir.
May nag-turn over ba ng pera? Nakita niyo ba yung pera? Hindi kayo nagtanong, saan napunta yung the rest of the money? Sabi ng mga gwardiya, may nabasa niyo siguro yung affidavit ng mga gwardiya. 4 na tao nagkikiri ng baul, tumatagas yung shabu, tapos pera, ang dami. Yes, General Magalong.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Before I proceed with the main subject, that is in connection with your question. Sir, gusto ko lang muna...
Becoming an officer or the last question now?
Sir, yung tungkol, sir, sa... Ito lang, sir, last question
yes,
nila.
go
But
ahead.
before that, sir, let me just make some comment. Doon sa binabanggit, sir, ni General Albayalde, tungkol sa report, na kuminsan, pinapaganda na lang natin for purposes of awards. Hindi po yan ang norm sa PNP.
Hindi normal yan.
Hindi normal po yan. Kailangan mo ilagay yung totoo. Kung anong participation mo, hindi yung magdo-doktor ka doon o papagandahin mo para magkaroon ka ng award. Otherwise, titingnan nyo po yung mga awards nitong mga bata, ibig sabihin ho ba niyan, 5-5 na lang yung award nila? Natatanggapin na lang nila na ganun ba yung mga awards ninyo? Yung mga awards nyo nilalagay nyo, na pagkarami-rami dyan, 5-5 na lang pala yan. Kung dinodoktor-doktor lang natin. But nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, my main subject is, when I was the director, when I was instructed by General Purisima to conduct the investigation po, immediately I called for General Lacadin. He was then my deputy director for operations ng CIDG.
CIDG.
Yes, sir. He was a former regional officer in Region 3, a very, very competent officer. Kaya tinawag ko sa kanya dahil alam niya, sir, yung network niya. Malapad po yung network niya sa Region 3. Sabi ko sa kanya, Rudy, pwede bang mag-conduct ka muna bago natin magkaroon tayo ng formal investigation? Pwede bang gumawa ka muna ng isang discrete investigation? Mag-gather ka muna ng information kung ano nangyari. Mr. Chairman, can we request General Lacadin to please narrate to us what happened during this investigation po?
Malapit ka na mag-senador, ha? Talong ka ng talong.
Dinedirect ko naman po sa inyo.
Sige.
I no longer breaking
narrate
protocol, Mr.
out of
Chairman.
respect for everyone here and for the knowledge of the public. Go ahead, please, sir.
Yes, sir. The investigation I conducted is a sort of validation on the incident because of the fact that CIDG was involved during the initial stage of the operations. So, I cannot, for the information of the body, General Bayalde is a friend of mine. One time we were partners in business. And he actually replaced me as the executive officer of DPL in Kamkrami when I was reassigned as regional director of Region 3.
What kind of business?
Alkaline water.
I hope it's not monkey business, ha?
No, sir.
Ano?
Yung tubig.
Tubig.
Yes, sir.
The source of life. Go ahead.
Yes.
It's a good one. Yeah, that's right. Tama yan.
And as a friend, it pains me to give statements that might affect the integrity of a fellow officer. But in as much as we are seeking the truth, there was a time that during the investigation I'm conducting, I cannot remember if he was still the PD of Pampanga at that time. He called me up. Actually, And ang usapan, I cannot exactly remember the conversation, but ang maalala ko is that, Sir, ay parang na-investigahan nyo daw kami. Yun ho ang tono. So sabi ko, yes, Oka, I cannot inform you na nagkakandak ako ng investigation because this is just a validation. But if you are nothing to hide, wala naman kayong dapat katakutan. No? Yun ho yung aking tono. And ang sabi niya is, I don't know if jokingly, sabi niya, actually sir, konti lang naman ang napunta sa akin dyan. I did not elaborate because I don't want to be influenced in the validation process. Yun lang po ang aking nasasabi.
Sinabi ni General Albayalde yun, konti lang napunta sa akin.
Yun ho ang aking ma-recall.
Sige.
But if we can
I will let
go
you
back
answer.
to the records of telephone calls, that was the time that he called me up. I did not meet the call.
General Albayalde, I don't want you, this is your day, you have to answer.
Yes, I really do not know, sir, kung ano po yung conspiracy dito. It seems that everybody is ganging up on me. I really do not know. No, it's very unlikely naman po na General Lacadin ay sasabihin ko siya. We never had the chance of having under one office, no. Hindi ko po alam kung anong against niya sa akin si General Lacadin. Pero kung sabihin mong sinabi ko yun, ang tanong po ulit, why was not I charged? No, after all this investigation, 3 na po ang nag-imbestiga, Your Honor. Why was not I charged? Why in all the investigations
Sir, I will join you there.
Hindi na po ako na
Let me continue what you're saying. Excuse me, General Albayalde, let me just continue what you're saying. I hear you loud and clear. I'm going to ask General Petrosanta and General Purisima and General Magalong and General Lacadin. Lahat ng tao, kinaso nyo kagad. Si General Colonel Albayalde, sinantabi nyo. Whether he was suspended, ang dami nyo nomenclature, administrative relief, tinanggal siya. Kaya nga sabi ko, I was taking the casualties for him, tinanggal nyo ako, ano ba kasalanan ko? Hindi niya ginawa eh. So, ano ang kasalanan niya? Bakit hindi nyo siya chinarge? Kung bakit nyo, ano ba, command responsibility ba, dinali nyo sa kanya? Yung bang information mo na konti lang nakuha ko dyan, meron ba kayo nabalitang mga kotse na nakuha niya, o yung mga tao niya, or do you have information na hindi nyo lang ma-prove? Ano ba ang nangyari dyan? Yes, sir. General Purisima.
Sir, Your Honor, maybe during the time that the investigation was being conducted, there is no solid evidence yet on the involvement of General Albayalde.
Stop there. Are you saying he was involved prior, during, or after?
Sir, that was your question, Your Honor. Why was not he charged? So if we will charge him, there should be an evidence.
Yes, of course.
So as of now, as of that time, Your Honor, there was no evidence
If
yet.
that is so, yung investigasyon dito sa mga bata dito na naganap ng Senado, kailan to? 6 years later, 6 na taon nakalipas, naliwanagan si Colonel Lopez, naliwanagan lahat tayo, na para may naglalakaran, para may ganon. Bakit hindi nyo nagawa yun at that time? And remember, sabi ko sa inyo, pag kami nangyari, upakan nyo kagad para matutuwa ang publiko.
Your Honor, hindi pa natin alam during that time.
No, but you had all these people. They did not follow the rules.
There were no depositions to that, Your Honor.
But you're supposed to be conducting the investigation. General Magalong, what do you say?
Mr. Chair, what happened was that when we were conducting the investigation, our investigators received some feelers na yung ibang membro gusto sanang magsalita. Kaya lang, sir, nung nag-file ng kaso ang regional office, I'm referring to the case that was filed by the group of General Petrosanta, natakot po sila dahil nalaman nilang mahina yung kaso. So yung mga tao pong gusto sanang magsalita at magsabi kung anong totoo, umatras na po sila. Natakot na po.
Do you remember who they were?
I know one particular, Dison, isa ho yan, sa gusto
Dison?
magsalita.
Is Dison here? Tayo nga si Dison. Dalawa kayo, di ba? Dalawang Dison. Tagal nyo. Matatakot. Dalawa kayo. Oh, which one of that?
Hindi ko na sir matandaan eh. Basta yung isa sir, Dison eh. Hindi ko na sir matandaan.
Oh. Sige, go ahead.
So,
I'll call you later.
we tried our
Thank
best to, convince them to, testify, reduce their statement into, written testimonies. Pero wala ho, hindi mo namin convince. Natakot na po sila. Kaya I keep on saying, admittedly, we don't have any hard evidence against General Albayalde.
But you have cases like that in the police force. I mean, sabi nila, it takes a thief to catch another thief, di ba? O kumisan, well, magaling naman ang pulisya, pero may kasalbayihin yan. Marami akong masasabi siya because I've long experience as mayor. Nakikita ko yung iba dyan, no? Napupromote pa. Magaling na PC pa nga nun. Police, mayroon ako nakita yan. Pero tuloy-tuloy ang promotion nila. Yun ang gusto ko malaman. Bakit napupromote? Bakit hindi sila General Petrosanta, sila General Lacadin? Tuloy-tuloy ang promotion. Maganda ang credentials si General Albayalde. College graduate, PMA graduate na cum laude. Meron ba cum laude sa PMA? Di ba, binibigay sa inyo espada ron, at saka baron, at saka mga ganun. Yung ba ang rason? Did that overwhelm you? Or, answer my friend, did that overwhelm you, yung record na yun? Ayaw nyo masayang ang record niya. Kasi ginamit yung record doon sa dismissal, ha? Doon sa demotion, right? Di ba, sabi mo? Yung long-standing record, yung awards, hindi nila mababa. Kay General Albayalde, yung ba naging kaso? Sulit-sulit itong question ko, ha? Yung ba naging kaso? General Lacadin, you were still there.
Yes, sir. Nung ako'y regional director, ay may pending MR na regarding the case. So we have to wait on the outcome of the pending motion before we can act on it.
After hearing all this here, do you think that there is a case against General Albayalde?
Bilang isang investigador, sir, kung titignan ko yung records, when he signed the spot report, confirming that indeed the operation was happened at 4 p.m. and not 10, he becomes liable after the fact. And should that be excluded in terms of liability?
What about you, General Purisima?
Sir, based on what we know during that time, it is only what General Lacadin has said that he is still liable because we have that spot report. But we still have to gather more evidence to pin him down.
I suppose you follow the investigation here. Ang problema sa akin ni General Albayalde, parang circumstantial evidence na pumasok pa na lumapit siya kay General Aquino, which really did him in. He has to explain that. Pero sa akin, sa circumstantial evidence, and I want him to explain that, bakit hindi mo pinaimbestigay mga pulis mo? Ikaw napahamak. So ang tanong ko sa inyo, for purposes of long-term planning for the country, yung bang mista-mista class or mga ganon, does that play a hand that you have to walk in eggs with your fellow cadet or fellow soldier or fellow policeman?
Your Honor, we do not consider whether they are mayors or not. If they violate the law, we file charges against them.
Sir, this is an aside. I will detour for a while. Colonel Major Dado, anong class mo? PNPA? 99. Is that correct? Colonel Baloyo, anong class mo?
99, sir.
PNPA, 99. Pareho kayo. Right? Nauna siya. Na kinasuhan siya. Are you playing from the same playbook? Yung agaw ba to? Hindi nagre-report ng mga ebidensya, tapos sinundan mo, hindi mo ni-report lahat. But it is all part and parcel na maglalabas tayo ng konti pero hindi lalabas sa lahat. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying this is
Sir,
yes, go ahead.
kay General Lacadin, could it have been said, yung usapan ninyo ni General Albayalde, no? In fairness to him, para naging sigurado lang, could it have not been said in the context other than the issue that we are discussing now? Baka, kasi kung may doubt ka, baka mamaya, iba pala yung context ng usapan ninyo, namimix up mo lang. I just want to be certain.
Sa akin, sir, is, it was probably done out of jest or
I mean the context. The context of the statement na actually, sir, konti lang yung, wag na muna yung kung joke or in jest
yes, sir.
or serious, ano?
Yes, sir.
Baka merong iba kayong, sabi mo may business kayo, di ba? Baka meron naman kayong ibang usapan, baka doon sa context na yun niya nabanggit na actually, sir, konti lang naman napunta sa akin. Baka hindi konektado rito sa...
But the premise of the conversation is based on the investigation I'm conducting that time.
I just want to be certain. Ano?
Yes, sir.
Kaya ko tinatanong. But whether or not he was joking at the time, yun ang hindi mo sigurado.
Yes, sir, but yung premise kasi, sir, ng usapan is based on the investigation I'm conducting at that time.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
But this is...
May I just ask?
Yes, please.
May I just ask, sir, kung si...
I was going back to you. Tuloy mo yung sagot mo. General.
Unang-una, sir, kung matandaan ko talaga may tao ko yung General Lakadin noon. If he has personal gripes on me, hindi ko po alam kung how I can call him that dahil po if I remember, hindi naman siya ang regional director ng CIDG noon. No? I don't know kung sino pong regional director ng CIDG noon, Your Honor. Kasi wala po kung hindi ko alam.
Dito ata, si Valencia ba?
It was Valencia, Your Honor.
Sige, can you answer?
Not General Lakadin, Your Honor.
Sir, I am Police Colonel Victor C. Valencia, the
Yes, sir.
Regional Chief of the CIDG during the time, sir.
Alright. Kumamakas mo sa investigation dito?
During the time, sir, on November 21, I was instructed by our DDO, General Lakadin, sir, to validate the report that the CIDG Pampanga or CID team of Pampanga under Major Reydado conducted drug operations. So I instructed my investigators to conduct follow-up to verify the same, to include the Pampanga CIDT, and they found out that it is not CIDG team who conducted the bypass operation or the raid, but it's rather the Pampanga S2 or the Pampanga PPO led by Major Baluyo, sir.
Yeah. And may I just clarify, yung ginawa nyo was a discrete, parang informal investigation. Parang pakitingnan mo nga ito kung talagang using your the network, di ba? Sabi nga ni Benji kanina, alam niya malawak yung network mo sa Region 3. So inutusan kang pakikapa mo nga ito kung pwede bang simulan yung formal investigation ito. In that context, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Ngayon, paano naman umabot doon sa nagkatawagan kayo ni Chief? Paano umabot doon? Nung nagkokonda ka, siyempre discrete investigation, medyo hindi formal, pa-interview ka lang noon. So, what led to that conversation? Was it a telephone conversation?
It was a telephone conversation.
What led to that?
Actually, sir, inutusan ko nga itong si Colonel Vic Valencia, who was then the Regional Chief of CIDG Region 3, to conduct investigation on the alleged operations, anti-drug operations of CIDG personnel at Lakeshore. Dahil may mga tumawag din sa kanya, nagtatanong na about the drug operations. So, sabi niya, sir, wala naman tayong drug operations today. So, inutusan din niya itong si Major Ridado, who was then the Pampanga CIDG Chief, to conduct informal validation of the incident. And yun nga ho ang na-find out namin, sir, based on the record ng Lakeshore. And later on, in another validation, nakausap yung mga security personnel. In fact, on the afternoon of the same day at 3 p.m., yung mga pictures na nakataas sa report ko is picture ng mga inutusan naming tao ito na may nagkalat pang mga shabu dun sa flooring It was 3 p.m. It was recorded in the blotter of Lakeshore security personnel. So it cannot happen that the operation was conducted at 4 p.m. Kasi nandun sila alas 3 ng hapon the same day.
Well, that has been... go ahead.
I'm not trying to cast doubt on your credibility or integrity. Don't get me wrong. Kaya kung tinatanong ito, I just want to convince myself Kaya ako tinatanong yung details.
Yes, sir.
I just also say, sir, no? Ulitin ko, sir, si General Lacadin, nakasama ko lang siya nung siya ay nag-exo ng DPL. Yun lang po yun, sir. No, General Lacadin is in the CIDG po noon, no? I really don't know why he can make things up na kung siya ang I'd rather probably as PD, senior ako kay Valencia now, who is supposed to be the one investigating it. I should have called my underclass na lang, sir. Lacadin is class 83. Sir, again, class 84.
I'm in class 84 of the PNP.
84. So, please, sir, wag naman tayong dito. Let's be fair.
No.
Kung may
I have
galit
nothing
kayo sa
against,
akin,
sabi ho
kaya nga,
kasing
sir,
preliminary statement.
I cannot,
I have nothing
I really
against
do not know,
the chief PNP.
sir, so,
Magkaibigan ho kami. And I know after this hearing, hindi na katulad namin yung anim na
ang
samahan.
ano ko kasi, sir, is why after 6 years you will now remember everything nung sinabi na ganun? Why was not it? Why did it come out during the conduct of investigation so that I was actually, kahit nga sabi, sir, the question is, 3 na po ito na and I was never charged administratively.
That is the question I've been asking. Bakit hindi?
Mr. Chairman, no, and it's not on what
Kasi
now
pumayag ka
coming
eh.
out after
Dapat
6 years.
kinwestiyon
In
mo
fairness
yun.
naman po sa akin, Mr. Chairman, I'm sure you're being fair, no? It's as if I'm being crucified already. Pero ano po kasi, no? Biglang lumabas ito after 6 years, no? All of a sudden, after 6 years, basta na lang bigla pala akong may ganun. He could have told me also, during the time na nag-DPL ako, remember, ako po ay na-board din when I was about to be promoted. And he also was already an ex of the DPL also.
General
Alam po
Bayalde, let
niya
me
na
ask you a
ako
question.
papalit kay General Lacadin,
You don't
sir.
think this is serious yung mga ginawa ng mga bata niya?
I know, sir. After 6 years, we all know. That's no
No, but
doubt.
while you were
After no
chairman, or while you were PNP, why did you not find it? Ako yan, kaya ako dinidigdig kita doon sa sorry dinidigdig kita, hindi mo question dahil wala kang kasalanan kamo eh. 8 months ka pinloating. And I can accept that. Pero ako, I probably would not do the same thing. I would question it, no? Pero, nakaupo ka, umaakit ka sa promotional ladder,
No, sir, no.
There is a stain in your record. There is a stain in your record na natanggal ka sa pwesto mo. Now that you are chief PNP, now was the time to clear the slate. Bakit ngayon lang natin papaimbestiga pagkatapos kayo na pressure? Yun ang isang question ko.
Precisely, Mr.
Oh.
Chairman. That is the very reason why. Kaya nga po paulit-ulit ko nang sinabi, no, there will be a reinvestigation. They will be made, even me. Kung
No, you
kinakailangan
just
ko
said
na-
that. I actually told you,
No?
Oscar, tanggalin mo lahat yan, imbestigay mo sapagkat
Yes,
nandiyan ka
sir.
sa pwesto.
We have already, sir. Yes.
Dito sa
Yes,
lugar
sir.
na ito.
Yes, sir, we have already. We have incarcerated them. They're in the PHAW. They're now being investigated by
And
no
it's
less
also
than Apple
unfair
Concern.
for you to say General Lacadin was already retired because he has an affidavit. The affidavit is very detailed.
Yes. Well,
And I will quote, excuse me, General Lacadin, confirm this. Based on record, there is a clear and deliberate distortion of facts on the part of the raiding team, and the only logical reason for them to do that is that they were probably overwhelmed by the sheer volume of the drugs they confiscated and doesn't know what to do about it. That they even forgot to immediately, they even forget to immediately report their haul and accomplishments to the Regional Police Officer 3, as shown by the fact that no less than Raid SOTF3 and R2 appear inquired to 3 RCIDU regarding the operation. Is it not a fact na pinutusan mo pa si Major Dado na checking kung may raid?
Yes, sir. So based on that,
Hapon, di ba?
it was the regional office was not
At
informed.
saka sinabi lang, walang nangyayari dito. Sapagkat nangyayari lang ng umaga.
Yes,
Ngayon,
sir.
sinabi mo ito na napakalaki ng volume, na-shock sila, hindi nila sinabihan. Now, is it in the nature of a patrolman or a police officer, nakahuli ako? Ang laki na nahuli ko, tatawag ako mismo sa regional commander kung kailangan. Boss, nakahuli ako, ang laki ng hold dito. punta kayo rito, palitrado tayo rito. Isn't that a fact, General Magalong?
Yun po dapat ang normal na
Gagawin mo kagad yan, dahil yun talaga ang medalya.
Natural course of action po na isang
Diba, makikita,
kamay.
ayan, ginawa namin yan, nahuli namin. Bakit hindi ginawa? Because nag-switch tayo nung suspect. Di ba? Kaya naging hapon yung umaga. Nag-switch tayo. Pati yung PIDEA, tinawagan nyo sa hapon dahil umaga yung rate para lang masabi niya may confirmation. And it's not a fact, General Abayalde. You should have asked them, bakit wala kayong litrato? Bakit wala kayong ebidensya? Bakit wala kayong didala?
Sir, everything was brought to the PPO, sir. Nandun po si
Pero
General
ikaw tinamaan eh.
Yes,
Ano
dun
talaga sa
po,
Tagalog?
I think-
Haplit sa Kalabaw? Tama sa... Ako, kalimutan ko na. Parang ganon.
Yeah, the items recovered will brought to the PPO, sir. I think it was even taken doon po sa
And
ano,
lumabas, wala nga.
doon po nila pinagmamark yung mga ano nila, yung mga nahuli nila, Your Honor.
Pero sir, hindi ba totoo
Mr.
na hindi
Chairman.
dapat alisin yan? Hindi naman necessary. Ang ginawa lang excuse dahil pinaliguran sila ng 2 tao, security
That
guard.
is their
10
story.
sila. Ba't
that
nila
is-
aalisin doon?
That is their story, Mr. Chairman, not mine po.
No, that is your
their
story because you're commanding officer of these people. You command them. Every day you tell them, oh, punta kayo doon. Manghuli kayo doon. Di ba? Isn't that the job of the commanding officer? Provincial director?
Yes,
Di ba
it's,
pag kami ginawa silang kalukuhan, you're punished. Confined to quarters. Huwag mo gagawin yan, sususpendin kita.
yes, Mr.
Oh,
Chairman.
nung ginawa yan at ikaw ang tinamaan, ikaw ang practically tinanggal sa pwesto, you should have, again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, appealed, akong tinamaan yan, ano ba talaga ang ginawa nyo? And then I would have investigated. But anyway,
Well, if, yes, I rest my, sir, yung pong, if that will be your, sir, as civilian and as a senator, good senator, then, yun po yung, but that what really happens, in all honesty, Mr. Chairman, ako po'y nag-float for so many years, I suffered a lot, no? I think many PNP here would tell us so, na kahit
that's
na
why
po
we're
yung
trying
iba-
to tell you, we're trying to help you so you can explain your story. Sana masagot niyo yung mga tanong. Yes, Colonel General Magalong.
Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, I remember sometime in 2016 when we were deliberating on his promotion to 1-star general, and I objected. And during that, I requested for the board, for him to appear before the members of the board, to ask him about this particular incident. Wala siyang ginawa doon, kundi i-deny lang na meron siyang alam tungkol sa nangyari. Puro denial lang po talaga lahat. In the same manner na nung kino-confront siya tungkol dito sa binanggit ho kay General Aquino, na ano ba yan? Tinanong mo lang ba yung status o sinabi mo talaga? During that time na binabanggit ho sa akin ni General Aquino, yung sinabi sa kanya ni General Albayalde, klarong-klaro, very relaxed si General Aquino, na ito talaga sinabi sa akin not to implement a dismissal. So again, he lied. Ito na naman po, na nagsalita rito si General Lacadin, na freely, confidently, he was saying na ito ang pag-uusap nila. Again, he is denying it. Again, someone here is lying. And I'm pretty sure it is not General Lacadin, it's not me, it's not the other officers, but someone else. Siya po, yan.
May I just
Please go ahead.
statement, Mr.
I'll give you
Chairman.
all the time you want.
Tama po yung sinabi ni Mayor Magalong na I was asked during that, during when I was, before I was promoted. I have a paper here, Mr. Chairman. Yung pong aking appointment as XO as DPL, was signed by no less than General Magalong. Kung hindi po siya naniniwala nung I was deliberated upon before I get promoted, no? Binord din po ako. And in fact, I don't know if it's true na he volunteered nga himself doon sa SOPPB A or B, where he's supposed to be, he is not a member of, no? Pero just the same na open po yan. What I'm saying here now is the same thing that I say in 2013, Mr. Chairman. So kung meron po talaga sang this could have been probably not signed or probably kung napirmahan po ay with the reservation. Pero I was confirmed as XO of the DPL, and eventually, promoted and signed by General Marquez then, who is the chief PNP, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, I really find myself in a quandary. I'm in the quandary because you know, I was talking to an ambassador last night, sabi sa akin, magaling yun ah, bakit nyo pinapag-initan yan? Wala kami pinag-initan. Sabi ko. And trouble is all the badges na neglect. This is the time for you to explain. Yung sinasabi mong proof dito, hindi pinirma ni General Magalong yung appointment as yung promotion mo. Ang pinirma niya designation as OIC. I have both documents, oh. Ayan, oh.
Yes, sir. Because you have to be designated first to a position commensurate to your rank bago ka po ma-promote. And in promotion, Mr. Chairman, it doesn't need everybody to be signed. Kailangan lang po ng majority, Mr. Chairman. If you will see po, yung iba ay naka-leave. So, basta nakakuha ka po kasi when you ask a person, I don't know, pero po yung may bit-bit po kasi yan eh. I think General Lacson will bear me out here, sir, na pag nagdala, wala yung tao, punta po siya dun sa isang directorial staff, kung nandun, pag nakuha na po yung majority, since pumasa ka na doon sa deliberation ng SOPPB, no, as you are occupying a position commensurate to a star rank, ano na po yun, parang automatic na if you get the signature of the majority, pupunta na po sa Chief PNP yun. And the Chief PNP then, General Marquez, duly signed my appointment po. Yun po ang process sa amin, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
It's
okay,
not
alright.
probably perfect, but yun po ang ano dito, yun po ang ano, Mr. Chairman, no? Yun po ang nangyayari sa PNP.
Okay, that's Julie. Yes, General Magalo, I was going to go to another point. Go ahead.
Sir, just to clarify, si General Marquez mismo, sir, hinold niya yung promotion. Ayaw niya, sir, pirmahan. Despite the fact, sir, na ang nangyari po kasi sa amin, during that first deliberation, kinestyon ko po yan, yung kanyang promotion. Bigla po ang second meeting nila, wala po ako. Finast track po yan. Wala po ako noon. So, nakarating na po kay General Marquez, nirecommend na po ng board. Si General Marquez, sir, ayaw niyang pirmahan. Ilang buwan yan, sir, na nakapending yan. Hanggang may lumapit sa kanya. Hindi niya, sir, maintindihan. So na lang, sinabihan niya, sir, ako. Sabi ko, Chief, it's your decision. Sabi ko na lang kay Chief Marquez, Mr. Chairman.
All right, let me just go to another point again on nung sinuspend ka or administrative relief ka or whatever it is, it took you 7 months before you got out of that suspension. Sino nag-alis sa iyo sa limbo doon sa suspension na yan?
Mr. Chairman, I was not suspended. I was
Okay,
made
administrative
to
relief.
float. I got an order coming from the national headquarters that I be assigned sa DPL po as...
Sino ho yan?
Meron pong order yan, Mr. Chairman, doon sa coming from DPL. From DPRM, our personnel.
Wala na si General Purisima noon.
I think si General Purisima po sir, yung
Were you
Chief
aware of that,
PNP
General?
noon, sir.
Na-nilive yung suspension niya?
Actually, sir, Your Honor, he was not suspended. He was on floating status. He was floating. He has no assignment.
There's no such thing in the law called floating. Kaya nga nagugulat ako sa inyo. You're either suspended or dismissed or demoted.
Floating,
But I
Your
don't
Honor.
know why. Ito, narinig ko lang yung administrative relief. I don't understand that. Pag tinanggal ka sa pwesto, wala kang pwesto, tinanggal ka, period. Whatever you wanna call it, kaya nga sinasabi ko, unfair kayo, kay General Bayaldi rin tinanggal siya, dahil dapat, pinagbigyan siya magpaliwanag. Walang paliwanag, tinanggap niya, sa kanyang mundo, sa inyong mundo, it's a good officer who doesn't follow orders. But I think that's only during wartime. When you're told to do something in wartime, gawin mo. Or for that matter, special operations. Pero if it's against you, somebody is being unfair to you, you're not gonna take it. That's my point. Now, sino ang nag-assign sa kanya sa bago niyang pwesto?
Your Honor, before an officer can be assigned to a position, position of a police chief superintendent at that, it should pass the senior officers placement board. There is a board for the selection of officers.
Yes,
And
but
it will be,
after he was suspended, na sinasabi ko, after he was out of administrative relief, saan kayo na-assign, General Bayalde, after that?
Sa Directorate for Plans, Mr. Chairman.
Sa Krame?
Opo.
Oh, that's a responsible position. Sino nag-assign sa inyo nun?
Ano po yan, Mr. Chairman? Bago ka po ma-assign kasi, you have to get a accommodation from the office na may bakante. No? Bakante po yun, commensurate to your rank. So, I took that opportunity. And it was approved kasi ano po
Did you
yan
apply for it?
Opo, pag may sir,
there's
you have
nothing
to
wrong
get
with that.
an accommodation from the head of office or probably, usually noon po, usap po yung verbal na he's accommodating you noon para dun sa
Sino
may
nga ho yun ang
bakanting.
bigay sa inyo doon ng position?
Si General Ignacio po noon ang
General Ignacio.
Yes. And may I just add again, Mr.
Sadili mo. Hindi lumabas kay General Ignacio, oy, kung wala administrative relief, paano yan? Baka may humabol pa dyan, maipit pa ako.
Wala po siyang sinabing gano'n, Mr.
Wala.
Chairman. So, pinagbigyan po niya ako. And may I just add again, Mr. Chairman?
Okay,
here
there
also
goes
the
that
minutes.
word again, pinagbigyan. You earn it, hindi pinagbigyan. You earned it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yan po yung sinabi niyo. Thank you very much. And also have the
Don't
minutes
poo-poo
here.
what I say because
No.
I think promotion should be earned and I think
That's the
removal,
very reason,
suspension,
Mr. Chairman.
any
No.
disciplinary measure must be deserved.
Yes. That's
Go ahead,
why,
please.
Mr. Chairman, I earned my promotion. Even here po dun sa minutes, I have here the minutes. It was even Police Director Magalong then who moved for the approval of the minutes, previous meeting, and General Chief Superintendent Ignacio seconded the motion. Kaya po na-approve nga na ako ay mag-occupy ng ex-opposition sa DPL. So,
Wala na ako dyan eh. Bumabalik ka pa dyan.
yes, sir. Yes. I just to make things clear, Mr. Chairman. So, from then, yun po ay na-assign na ako as one of the, kung hindi ako magkamalid, sa division po ng UN, yung pong nagpapalabas ng mga pulis sa UN, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Up to the time that I occupied a position of
Sa Haiti?
senior
Kailan ka ba sa
division.
Haiti?
Yes, sir,
Haiti?
ODD po.
So you
ODD.
stood out there. Puti mo, panay mga kung tao doon eh.
Operational Development Division. Yeah, until such time na ako po ay mag-occupy ng OIC acting
You still have not
executive
answered
officer.
my question. Sa tagal ng oras na ito, umabot ka na ng Chief PNP, you never took the time out to find out, bakit yung ginawa yan?
Sir.
Ito mga tao ito, bakit yung ginawa yan?
Number one,
Because kung isa-isayin ko, sir, talagang wala silang sinunod. Lahat ng officers nyo, senior, sinabi, halos wala silang sinunod doon sa bypass operations. In fact, it is not a bypass, it's a raid. It's a raid. Who did up?
sir, that is after 6 years na po. Patapos
After?
na po, after 6 years po lumabas ito. Ngayon po lumabas ito, Mr. Chairman. Kasi nung pong lumabas ito na sinasabi nila...
You didn't find it strange that General Magalong was ordered by General Purisima
I
na
really don't know,
imbestigahan
sir,
niya?
because what is important here, no, Mr. Chairman, is ito pong mga taong ito never once no na-favoran sila as what is being as if napapalabas po ngayon. They were in Mindanao for so many years, no, lahat po yan, and all those that are in the watch list, nasa Mindanao po yung mga yan. Sabi ko nga, after 4 months lang po ako na Chief PNP, while I am managing the whole PNP po, 190,000 strong members of the PNP. No? The only time po na nalipat sila sa Luzon yan ay when I got a request from the court invoking Section 91 of 9165. Even so, kahit na po nagkaroon ng ganon, I did not transfer them to PRO 3. I let them transfer sa mga iba, just like any other else na nasa watch list po namin. And still, linagay po namin sila under watch list, under close monitoring, Mr. Chairman. I have here a sample kung paano namin po ginagawa yung under monitoring ng mga tao
Why
ng
will-
mga to.
Why
Mr.
will
Chairman.
government resources be spent for people who were dismissed or demoted? Ako, hindi ko dismiss sila eh. Why would we expend taxpayers' money na meron pa tayong watchdog na babantayan sila, underwatch sila? You're guarding your own policeman? That's ridiculous.
No,
So again, you either take them out so that you have the misfits out, and then everybody will follow. You don't send them to Mindanao because it's unfair to them and to Mindanao without judging them now, without judgment. Why are we allowing that to happen? This is now goes into legislation.
tama po yan, Mr. Chairman. Kaya nga po sila, yung mga tinatapon natin sa Mindanao dahil nagagalit, precisely yung pong observation nyo. This is the very reason now why the Directorate for Intelligence is continuously conducting validation on these people dahil hindi naman po talaga pwedeng forever incarcerated itong mga tao na to. No? We have to gather evidence against them. That is also, ulitin ko po, Mr. Chairman, this is the very reason why I created during my term no last February the Integrity Monitoring Enforcement
Okay,
Group
but
headed
they were
by
not the ones who delayed it eh. We're looking at the system. Kaya ang tanong ni Senator Dillon, ba't ang tagal? Tanong ni Senator Lacson, ba't ang tagal? Tanong ko, bakit ang tagal? It opens the avenue for suspicion na may naglalakad. So dapat, mabilis yan. In fact, I filed the bill here sa IAS na dapat 14 days lang, pag nag-investigate kayo, submit nyo na ang ebidensya nyo. Because habang fresh yan, investigate nyo, 14 days, malalaman natin kung ano nangyari.
Yes, with regards to the admin. Mr.
Kaya nga
Chairman,
tumagal
wala
na
po
tumagal.
akong-
Ngayon lalabas, hahabulin ka ngayon. 6 na taon. By the way, hindi 6 na taon yan. Because your own general, Petra Santa, na umalingasaw na kaya siya nagpa-imbestiga eh. All the way up to Camp Crame,
Yes.
si General Purisima, umalingasaw na kaya siya nagpa-imbestiga.
Yes.
Yun lang proseso ang tumagal na 6 years. Pero umaalingasaw na may nangyari eh. Hindi mo naamoy yun?
Well, kaya nga po ako na...
Sila naamoy, nasa taas.
Kaya nga po
Ikaw,
ako
di mo
na-relieve.
naamoy, nandun ka sa baba.
Kaya nga po ako na-relieve, Mr. Chairman. That is the very reason why I was relieved. Para po maimbisigan din ako. No, yun po ang purpose nun.
Hindi ka nga inimbestigan. Unfair sa iyo yan eh. Can you see my point? It's unfair to you.
No, I'm sure I was part of the investigation, Mr. Chairman, because the very reason why you will be relieved in a position is to pave the way for an impartial investigation, which we still do until now. No, ganyan po ang ginagawa namin, Mr. Chairman. Pag meron kaming nakita after investigation na may liability yung commander, we charge him with command responsibility. No?
And what is the
Ano po-
penalty for the moment? Suspension.
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chairman, dahil hindi po ako I think the DP will be able to answer that kung ano pong penalty.
Ano
dyan.
lang eskwela eh, di ba? Pagka nagsakamali ka at matalino ka
Ito po yung sabi nila, if
Suspended ka?
for command responsibility, it will be a grave neglect of duty.
Oh.
The maximum penalty is 59 days suspension.
Sino gumawa niya? Kapulis rin.
Ito po yung, sir?
Ah,
Ito yung
yun ang problema
Napolcom.
natin eh.
From Napolcom po ito. From Napolcom, Mr. Chairman.
Kaya parami rin pulis na Napolcom eh. You have to have, dapat, alam mo, lumalabas sa akin, lahat yan, monitoring ng drugs, discharge of a firearm, automatic yan, inspection, ano kung may namatay. Di ba pinag-usapan natin yan, Roger, Polcom? Dapat ito, pag may bypass sa ganyan, lumalabas hindi bypass, hindi aabot ng 6 years. Huli ka agad yan. Bilhin niya tumatagal ang tagal-tagal, tapos kayo lalabas. 6 years. My gosh, I mean, something is wrong. Ang mabuti lang, kung meron talagang naging insist na mali yung ginawa, katulad yan, yung unfair yung kay Colonel Dado, kay Major Dado, inimbestigan nyo, na-dismiss yung kaso, pero may question mark. Ano nangyari sa mga baril? Ano nangyari doon sa kotse na nakuha doon? Yung Starex at saka iba. May nangyari ba doon, General Wagalong?
Sir, nasa custody pa rin po ng CIDG at hinihintay na lang po nila yung dispositive action, sir, ng judge para, sir, ma-release na.
Tingnan nyo, tapos hindi gagalaw, tapos 6 na taon nakatenga yung kotse. Yung mga baril, ano nangyari?
Kaya hindi ko na po alam. Tatanungin po sir natin si General Fajardo.
General Bong?
Yes, sir. Since yung case po na hinandle namin sa Bulacan is still ongoing, sir.
Still ongoing.
Yes, sir. Ongoing. Nag-hearing pa po
Natapos
kami.
6 years ago to, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yun lang po ang hindi na-dismiss, sir. Yung final namin na kaso.
Ano kaya gusto isigaw ito para malaman ng mga husgado natin na dapat bilisan nila pagka mga ganyan. These are crimes that involve the very trust of the people of their government. Would
Yes,
you
sir.
agree?
Yes, sir.
Yung ating kapulisan, pinagtitiwalaan natin yan. General rule, sabi mo nga palagi, inuulit-ulit palagi ni General Albayalde, it is presumed that they did their duty in accordance with law, right? Presumption of regularity.
Yes, sir.
Pero kung may presumption of regularity, kung may charge, dapat mabilis. I'm talking now on tawag nating in aid of legislation. Dahil kung tatagal yan, mawawala ang simpatya ng tao sa atin. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, General Lacadin, bakit hindi mo sinumbong si General Albayalde? Oh, sinabi niya sa akin, nabigyan, hindi ako nabigyan ng, hindi naman ganyan kalaki, hindi ko ganyan kalaki nakuha ko dyan. Maliit lang yung nakuha ko dyan, di ba? Sabi mo? Konti lang sa akin dyan.
At that time, Your Honor, the admin case was already filed during the time of General Petrasanta, and the criminal aspect of the case, as far as the suspects, according to the respondents concerned, is still active with the Pampanga courts. Yes, sir. Nasa court pa, sir. Prosecutor.
Kahit na, I would have executed an affidavit.
There was no pending case as far as...
No, you don't need a pending case. Lumapit ka sa akin, sabi mo, ganyan yan, I would execute an affidavit to protect myself.
Yes,
Kagad,
but,
sa notary public.
it will be his words against mine, Your Honor.
No, kaya
In the
nga
absence
affidavit
of
eh.
tangible
Short
evidence.
statement right away.
I were not able to do that, Your Honor.
You would not do that.
I were not able to do that, Your Honor.
Okay. He was able to do that.
Yeah.
Judgment call sa kanya.
Sir,
Sige.
may I say something, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, it's a peripheral issue, but it's related to the topic. When I was the regional director of Region 3, I conducted a backtrack review.
Can you
of
come
all-
closer to the microphone,
Yeah.
please?
I conducted the backtrack review of all cases, drug cases involving policemen in Region 3. And I found out that dismissed police personnel because of drug cases were reinstated back in the police service through the RAB of the NAPOLCOM. Hindi sir, totoo ito. Ano? If you will conduct an inventory of police personnel who are dismissed for drug offenses, makikita po ninyo na napakaraming na-reinstate when they went to the RAB of the National Police Commission. Ang ibig ko pong sabihin, kaya ho palaging may problema tayo sa mga police na involved sa drug because they can always return through other channels in the PNP service. So, in effect, the law does not have a deterrent effect as far as PNP person is concerned involved sa illegal drugs. Yun ho ang aking gustong ipaalam.
That, nababalik yung dismissed policeman.
Nakakabalik, sir.
And
Through NAPOLCOM.
yes, and the NAPOLCOM would usually base their decision on the case file, on the evidence that is presented.
Yun
Yes.
po, sir. Nangyayari.
Yes. And as Attorney Santos Lopez said, they cannot consider evidence which is not in the folder. Hindi po ba?
Yeah.
Now, so what does that mean? If they are involved and yet they are reinstated on the basis of the case file, only means one thing. Somebody is manipulating the record so that no evidence is presented, so that when it gets to the NAPOLCOM would have no choice but to dismiss. That is why many of them are reinstated. I think the web of conspiracy is something that we must expose in order to stop this practice. The reports here of this cited earlier by Senator Gordon would indicate that General Abayalde merely followed the narrative of this guy Bayolo, Bayogo, Baloyo. He just followed the narrative. Exactly what Baloyo said was found in the report. And therefore, on this basis, and this is the only, there is no independent investigation that, or check on the evidence being presented, so that the others would have no choice but to dismiss it because there is no evidence. As Colonel Santos Lopez said, they cannot consider anything outside that is not indicated in the report. That, to me, is what is happening. There is a conspiracy to cover up so that the case folder is crafted in a manner that you have no choice. In fact, Senator Lacson has told me several times, tinignan daw niya yung case folder, talagang walang laman. Kung kayo po ang nag-iimbestiga, nag-reviewing the case, walang laman yung folder, wala kang magawa. And, wala kang magawa because that is what is presented. But, you know, we all know that the evidence can be manipulated. And I think this is what happened here. The case was being manipulated, cases were being manipulated, the evidence was being suppressed, and therefore, that is the result, General Acadin. That is why they are reinstated. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir. In line with that question, and in line with my previous question, I said this is actions and becoming an officer, and I ask you whether these are serious cases, di ba? You said yes. The law, fortunately, does not exist in a vacuum for this case. Kung mahaba yung kaso, papadaanin niya, to be sure, dadaan sa hearing, which is what you guys did. But in reality, kung talagang ang kaso is so serious and evidence of guilt is strong, and I ask you that, and when the respondent is guilty of a serious offense involving conduct and becoming of a police officer, and you must admit that policemen are held to a higher degree of conduct, would you agree with that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because you're given, under the social contract theory, the right to defend us, and for that you are given a gun. So kailangan pagka nagkamali kayo under a different degree. Ako, yun ang philosophy ko. I'm not imposing it, but to me, that's how I think. Hindi niya kayo ng baril, pagka gagamitin niya pang abuso, dapat tagal kayo kagad as far as I'm concerned. So, yung law, sinasabi dito sa Section 42, Republic Act 6975, when the charge is serious and the evidence of guilt is strong, summary dismissal by the PNP chief and regional directors. 2, when the respondent is a recidivist or has been repeatedly charged and there are reasonable grounds to believe that he is guilty of the charges. 3, where the respondent is guilty of a serious offense involving conduct and becoming a police officer. Andyan yan. So kung meron yan, you could have summarily dismissed all these people and let them appeal if they want. Is that correct, sir? Humaba pa tayo ng humaba.
Yun po ang ginawa nila, nag-file siya ng MR on time, sir, Your Honor.
Yeah, but after, pinili nyo na yung longer route di ba? Ang longer route, yun talaga due process. We're charging you. Ang daming hearings Siguro mga 8 hearings yung binasa ko rito kanina. At nagdesisyon, at maganda. Sabi, dismissal. Ang naging problema, she loves me not. Dismissal, demotion. Demotion, dismissal. Kaya nagkaroon ng mga duda. Yung cover-up na amoy ni Senator Dillon, pati ako. So, sinasabi ko, you could have taken that route, but you did not. Now, gano'n rin si General Bayalde, nandiyan na kayo, bakit hindi nyo pa tinake yung route na yan? Hindi nyo mapaliwanag yan? Out. Because I have questions here, General. I have to ask. I keep getting the same questions from somebody, and I will say this, very close to the president, the former president. I will not mention his name. Kayo na ang bahala kung pipilitin niyo ako, sabihin ko yan. Sinasabi niya, may tinapong ka raw na 21 police sa Mindanao at dinisarma mo pa sila just because of Facebook comments against you. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So you're familiar with that? Tinapon niyo, dinisarma niyo?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Because that is conduct and becoming of a police officer.
Dapat tinanggal mo.
They're under investigation, Mr. Chairman. Under po ng...
No, I just cited you chapter and verse. Yung pwede mo summarily dismiss and let them
Yes, they are
Make the appeal.
facing summary hearing procedure, Mr. Chairman, under the
Ba't di mo
Directorate
pa
for
tinanggal? Tatama mo
Investigation
sa
and
Mindanao,
Management.
gagastos pa tayo sa pamasahe, sasakay mo pa sa C-130 yan.
And
Sakay mo.
and they according to our director for the IDM, they have been penalized. They were suspended.
For critical
They-
remarks against you sa Facebook?
They were well, sa amin po kasi, Mr. Chairman, of course, kung meron ka pong grievance
Dapat daanin mo sa grievance
yes,
procedure.
meron po
Tama
kaming,
ka.
no, sir, Mr. Chairman.
O
No?
bakit di mo sinabi sa kanila? Huwag grievance
Meron
procedure
po
ka.
kaming grievance procedure, Mr. Chairman. Not dun
Malinis
sa,
sila.
ganun po. And
Ano
they
kasi,
were
I
made,
just had to ask you that because balik yung tanong eh.
they were made responsible for their acts,
All right.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
under our
having said that.
disciplinary mechanism.
Alright, so again, hindi nyo ginagamit. I rarely hear of summarily dismissal. What good is the law if you're not going to use it? Comments, please?
Sir, may just ask, no? May just continue on.
No,
Actually,
I'm asking a question.
Yes.
You're the general. You have several generals here. Bon Fajardo is a general. General Pero is here is a general. General Purisima, General Lacadin, General Petrosanta. Pare generals kayo. Rapolcom, tatanungin ko rin. What good is the law if you're not going to apply it para mabilis? Quick action is the best antidote for resentment by the public.
yes, Mr. I think yung pong sinasabi nyo, Mr. Chairman, ay yan na po talagang ina-adapt ng PNP, the summary hearing procedure. No, ang meron po kaming pre-charge evaluation na sinasabi. At meron po kaming after the pre-charge evaluation, meron pong nakita na evidence that would warrant for a summary hearing procedure. No, I think Attorney Lopez can explain that further. Doon na po papasok yung summary hearing procedure at doon na po merong ma-assign as a summary hearing officer.
Summary hearing na yung ginawa sa kanila eh.
Yes, opo. Ganun
Inabot
yan,
pa
sir.
ng 6 na taon bago gumalaw.
That I cannot explain kung gaano po katagal yung pero yun po ang procedure namin talaga, Mr. Chairman. Meron po kaming pre-charge evaluation. After the pre-charge evaluation, ay yun po ang And for the record, Mr. Chairman, doon po panahon na magmula si Senator Bato. No, we have charged more than 8,000 of our people already and dismissed around more than 4,000 of our people for various reasons. Kasi para nga po mapabilis itong mga sinasabi nyo ito, Mr. Chairman. We'll continuously improving our disciplinary mechanisms, Mr. Chairman.
Let me ask a question. Colonel Bagamaspad, Colonel Lopez, General Corpus, can you tell this committee what was the ground for the motion for reconsideration?
The respondents, particularly there are 5 respondents who filed jointly together on their motion for
lahat sila.
reconsideration. 5 only, Your Honor.
Yeah, ito.
5 only. Browsing from the records, Your Honor, states that
What is the ground for motion for
the
reconsideration?
grounds for motion for reconsideration, Your Honor, is for precision, Your Honor, I will read. The grounds, Your Honor, relied by the respondent movement here, Your Honor, are number 1, newly discovered evidence which, if presented, would materially affect the decision rendered.
Was there one?
Materially, newly discovered evidence.
Meron ba?
None, sir.
None.
Okay. The second, and this is the last, is error of law or irregularity have been committed prejudicial to the substantial rights and interest of the movements.
Meron ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, again, I will stress that I handled the motion for reconsideration even during the time of PIDEA chief, particularly in 2017, Your Honor, January. And at that precise moment, Your Honor, when he requested me for a review, it is my stand, Your Honor, which is only a legal opinion, a guidance to the disciplinary authority, was to demote the same, considering that the facts, Your Honor, and the charges, Your Honor, have these aggravating and mitigating circumstances, Your Honor.
Aggravating
Your Honor,
and mitigating circumstances is not a charge. It is a way to compute the penalty.
Yes, Your Honor, I agree, Your Honor. The charges were grave misconduct, 2 dishonesties, and the last is simple neglect of duty for the command responsibility.
Neglect of duty,
Neglect of duty and 2 dishonesty.
dishonesty,
And
ano pa
also,
isa?
and grave misconduct, Your Honor.
Grave misconduct.
Yes, Your Honor. And pursuant again, I will restate my
Ano yung motion for reconsideration? Wala dun eh.
Your Honor, this is regarding the penalties, the error of the
In
imposition.
appreciation of
in
the
a-
aggravating and mitigating
Yes,
circumstance.
Your Honor, pursuant to NAPOLCOM Circular 2007 and as amended by 2016, there are provisions, particularly I cite the provision, Your Honor.
And what is the biggest error in my book? Sabi na rin ni Senator Dillon, tinatasahan nyo yung pinapile para hindi masama yung kalakihan. Tinatasahan nyo nag-file. Sino ba nag-file ng kaso?
Ang PNP po, Your Honor.
Sino ang PNP? Ang laki niyan.
the-
All 190,000?
the-
190,000 ba, Oscar?
The private
Mr. Chairman,
complainant, Your Honor, is
190,000.
RIDMD. It's the RIDMD stands for Regional Investigation
Sino doon?
Detective. The person of the charge sheet was signed by a certain Cortez Yabot, Your Honor, a police inspector during that time. Enrique Cortez Yabot.
Sino?
Enrique Cortez Yabot, Your Honor. He-
Enrique Cortez.
Yabot.
Can you take note of the name, please?
And he was the one who...
All right. I just have one question to Major Paloyo. Or maybe to any of the officers, particularly General Albayalde. Sino ang naglipat kay Major Baloyo from Zamboanga del Sur to Tagaytay City?
Ang order po niyan, Mr. Chairman, is the region. And then yung region will be up to the region kung saan po nila linalagay usually. Yung mga
So tatanggapin kailangan na Region 4A yan.
Yes, yes.
Sino ang Region 4A?
Si General Carranza po, ang RD doon. Kasi when, as I've said, after 4 months, nung August po, nagkaroon
Because ang ibang tao nagagalit, kung talagang may kalokohan yan at nakita na, ba't ba napunta sa Tagaytay?
Kaya nga po, Mr. Chairman, then I think records will show na si Baloyo is not a chief of police. He's only
Deputy
a deputy chief of police.
Still enough
Siya
room
po
for
yung-
damage. You know, ang palaging ginagamit ko, huwag yung papasukin yung ahas sa loob ng poultry.
Yes. Akin na yun. That is the very reason, again, Mr. Chairman, we go back doon po dun sa strict monitoring namin dito. I can show
And I
you-
hope every policeman listens. You are not snakes. You are not sawa. Pero pag nagluko kayo, magiging sawa kayo, ang tingin nyo, you're running rampant before the citizenry and you're not an honest policeman.
May I ask for clarification, Mr. Chairman?
Huwag nyo pabayaan yung police na kung may kaso, huwag nyo muna ibalik hanggang na-release sila. Dinimote mo, tapos babalik nyo doon sa Deputy Chief of Police. May problema yan. No, clear nyo muna. Yes, sir.
Let me ask Major Baloyo, what is your present designation in Tagaytay?
Deputy Chief.
You're now the OIC, di ba?
Relief. Bali, ano po ako ngayon? Pihaw po. Nakatanggap po ko ng...
No.
Pihaw.
Before na floating ka ulit, anong designation mo sa Tagaytay? Deputy or OIC?
OIC po.
OIC, di ba?
Opo.
What happened to the Chief of Police?
Na-relieve po.
Bakit na-relieve? Maybe you should
Hindi ko
ask
po
the
alam.
PRM.
Hindi ko po alam, Your Honor. Bali, ako lang po kasi yung
Oh,
deputy nun,
kasi,
kaya
alam mo,
kaya
ito,
nag-OIC po ako.
I've been receiving reports na by design, you were assigned as deputy, but eventually, you would take over as OIC because you're not qualified to be Chief of Police because of your rank. So, ang gusto ko malaman, anong reason for the relief of the Chief of Police? May offense ba? As far as you know, may kasalanan ba yung Chief of Police mo kaya natanggal doon?
Wala naman po. Hindi ko po
And
alam,
how
sir.
long have you been OIC of Tagaytay?
Bali, 4 months po.
4 months na.
Opo.
Hindi naglalagay ng permanent na Chief of Police sa Tagaytay?
Wala pa naman po.
Yun nga eh.
Why was Baloyo yanked out of Zamboanga and given a good post in Tagaytay?
Sir,
Were you the one who assigned him, General Balua? Were you the one who ordered his transfer?
because of the
No,
request
can you
from
answer
the...
me first? Were you the one who ordered the transfer of
After
Balua?
I got the request from the court, Mr. Chairman, citing Section 91 of 9165, no? Dahil po yung mga pag-transfer ng ano, in fact, let me again make this thing clear. Yung request ng court is for them to go back to Police Regional Office 3. So ang sinabi ko po ay hindi pwede. In fact, gawin na lang sila na ikalat sa ibang mga regions so that they can attend to their court duties.
Again, who made the request that they may move back to Region 3?
Meron pong court from...
Excuse me. Hindi naman umabot sa korte itong kaso. Bakit
No,
mag-order
sir.
yung court?
Hindi po, hindi yung tungkol dyan, sir. Hindi yung tungkol dyan. Yung mga cases that they are a witness of. Yung mga, sir, kasi nagkakaproblema tayo before na yung lilipat natin ng Mindanao, ang reason nila, they're so far, they cannot attend the court
nadidismiss yung
duties,
mga
kaya
kaso.
po nadidismiss yung kaso, Mr. Chairman. Isa pong malaking problema kung minsan, dahil wala pong pondo, yung PNP, para mag-travel yung police to attend to their court duties, especially so those we throw to far areas. Kaya po, again, we go back doon sa validation na ginagawa ng DI so that nga po, it's not only the group of Baloy. I may stress this po, no? It's not only on the group of Baloy, but it's for everybody na pinagtatapon po ng around, kung di ako magkamali, I don't know if DI is here, around 800 of them. So now, yung pong nakatapon dun sa mga, around mga 300 because of the continuous validation, Mr. Chairman. No? At yun po ang sinasabi, gaya po ng sinabi nyo kanina, Mr. Chairman, na palagi po kang pinupuna. No? Bakit ba tapunan kami ng tinatawag na...
Excuse me, sir. Do you have a copy of the court order, court decision? Ano ba yan? By virtue of a case in the Supreme Court, nag-order na sila na huwag nyo nang gagawin yan?
No, sir. It's a request. Pero tayo.
Saka, bakit naman OIC? 4 na buwan na. Sabi nga ni sir, 4 na buwan na. Major ang rank niya, performing chief of police.
Yes, sir. It's
On a major city.
Ang ano po kasi dito, Mr. Chairman, yung pong mga RDs ang bahala doon sa kanila. But they are informed after the transfer that these people are under strict monitoring.
But in reality, the RDs have a very big say, right? Sensitive yan eh.
I don't know if Baloy can speak, pero hindi ko po alam kung anong pwesto niya sa Mindanao eh. Kung tanong nyo, para pang mas maganda pa nga po yung pwesto niya sa Mindanao eh. Kung tignan mo, Deputy Provincial Director yata siya for operations. That's even high, Mr. Chairman. Kung if we're, of course, being Luzon and Mindanao is equal. Pero pagdating po sa pwesto, mas mataas po yung DPDO, yung Deputy Provincial Director kaysa sa Deputy Chief of Police.
Pag highly urbanized city, ano dapat ang rango ng Chief of Police?
Highly urbanized city yan.
Full Colonel, ano?
The DP, sir, can answer that.
For Tagaytay, sir, Lieutenant Colonel.
Particularly Tagaytay, Lieutenant Colonel.
Yes, sir.
Kaya hindi siya pwede maging Chief of Police. That's the only reason. Kaya OIC lang. Ang tanong ko, anong offense ng Chief of Police? Bakit napalitan?
We'll ask the RD.
Regional, sir, yung nakakaalam yan. Hindi nakikialam ang
Pero
NHQ, sir.
DPRM ka eh. Dapat alam mo rin.
Ang NHQ, sir, hindi nakikialam sa regional assignments.
In reality, hindi malilipat siya kung di mo alam, right? You should know where your people are.
Yes, sir. That's why I never transferred them. Remember, sir?
But
I never
ultimately, you signed the transfer.
transferred them. I never transferred them only after 4
And I
months
didn't say you
po,
transferred them, but ultimately, you approve it.
Yes, sir. I just based my, sir, here's the request of the, sir.
Just as you base your report on that spot
Request.
report. with
No,
your men.
no, sir. Not on the, based on the,
this
on the
guy
request. I have
is,
no intention of actually transferring anybody, sir, except, of course, with the any valid reason.
Of course,
No,
can't
and
you
of
just
course,
transfer
coming from the
21
DI, sir.
policemen to Mindanao by your own admission? Just now, you just said you transferred 21 policemen in Mindanao.
Yes, sir.
You cannot transfer.
Ang hindi ko makuha, kasi ang order ng court o request ng court, ibalik sila sa Region 3 dahil doon yung mga kasong na-file nila. Bakit sila napunta sa Tagaytay? Pwede naman silang i-assign sa regional headquarters ng Region 3 and then put them there on floating status. Kasi nga, meron silang, I suppose, at that time, dismiss na yung kaso nila. Na serve out na yung demotion, saka yung 3-month suspension. Is that it? So parang wala na. Wala nang kaso. Kaya pwede na silang ibalik do sa... Pero ba't why Tagaytay? Malayo rin yung Tagaytay sa Pampanga kung court
San
or kung
Fernando.
San Fernando kung mga court hearings yung dahilan.
Well, I really do not know on that specific answer, sir, dahil region lang po yung sinabi. At the same time, kaya lang po pinabayan so that they can travel by land, not by air or by vessel po na ano sir, para ma-ease lang nung konti yung mga ano sir, yung mga
Kasi kung hindi rin pala pwedeng, kung pwede rin palang hindi sundin yung court order, kasi ang order sabi mo, ibalik sa Region 3. Di ba yun ang nakalagay? Order ba o request ng court?
Request, sir, request.
O request ng court. Kung ganun din pala, hindi mo rin i-comply, di ba't sa Tagaytay napalagay? Pwede rin sa ibang lugar na hindi, yung less sensitive assignment.
As I've said, Mr. Chairman, hindi po ako ang nag-utos na ilagay siya doon sa...
Yeah, pero from Zamboanga to Region 4A, hindi 4A regional director lang ang nakakaalam. Ang order manggagaling sa Krame to transfer an officer from one region to another.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Tama po. Yes, sir.
Inspector De Guzman, where are you assigned now?
Sir, sa Camp Crame, sir, Piaw, sir.
Camp Crame?
Piaw po, sir.
Before, saan ka na-assign?
Sa Rizal PPO, sir.
Sa?
Rizal PPO, sir.
Rizal. Sabi na Senator Lacson, choice assignments yung binibigay sa inyo. Wow. Eh, yun ang problema eh.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman. Kailan kayo na-transfer sa holding group sa Krame? Anong date ng order? DPRM? Anong date ng effectivity from, say, Zamboanga or Rizal or Tagaytay to holding group? Anong date? During the hearing na, no?
Yung assignment nila sa PIAO, sir, during
the hearing,
the second day ng hearing, sir.
Yes. Kung hindi nagka-hearing, nasa Tagaytay pa rin ito, nasa Rizal pa rin yung isa. Anong position mo sa Rizal? PPO. Di Guzman.
Sir, PCP Commander, sir.
Precinct Commander.
Yes, sir.
Which town? Which town? What city?
Antipolo, sir.
Antipolo.
Yes, sir.
Choice position yan.
Just for my education, the court order referred to is not an order in a specific case, but a general directive of the court to make available those officers who are witnesses in pending cases. Is that a correct impression, sir?
It's a request, Mr. Chairman. I can submit it to you. It's a request that the above-named personnel be transferred or assigned again to Police Regional Office 3.
Who made that request, sir?
It's the Provincial Prosecutor po. Approved and noted by Provincial Prosecutor of Pampanga, Mr. Chairman.
It was the provincial prosecutor who requested that he be brought back to Region 3.
The letter was made by Associate Provincial Prosecutor, Office of the Provincial Prosecutor, City of San Fernando, and it was duly approved by Lamberto Gonzalez Jr., the Provincial Prosecutor of the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor, City of San Fernando.
What is the date of the request?
August 9, sir.
Of this year?
2018.
2018. Baloyo, kilala mo ba yung Provincial Prosecutor? Personally?
Sir, personally, hindi po.
Pero kilala mo?
Narinig ko lang po.
Undersecretary Marco, is this a usual practice, or is this, in other words, that a provincial prosecutor would specifically request a particular police officer to be returned back to his original assignment because of a pending case? Is that usually done?
Your Honor, that has to be with instructions from the regional prosecutor or the provincial prosecutor, Your Honor.
Can you repeat, please?
That has to be with the order or blessing of the provincial or regional prosecutor.
So do you do this as a matter of course, or is this special for Mr. Baluyo? Are there instances, is this a matter of practice? You do this every time, or there must be a specific, or is this a special treatment for certain people? Because I know for a fact that, you know, we usually, this is very unusual. Or is this usual, if I may ask?
Not necessarily, Your Honor. It's not unusual, Your Honor, in the sense that it's a case-to-case basis, Your Honor.
So in the particular case of Mr. Baluyo, what case was this that is so critical that he has to be brought back to Region 3? Ano po ito?
Is the question directed to me, Your Honor?
What is the record? Because again, you know, from all the evidence that we have gathered so far, that we have heard here, you piece the evidence together. Again, it confirms that there is a conspiracy to cover up. Pati po yung inyong, pati yung paglipat sa kay Baluyo and the rest of the people having been found guilty of misconduct and demoted now gets juicy assignments. What is the case that would merit recall of Mr. Baluyo? Ikaw ba'y nagtestigo na mula na balik rito? Mr. Major Baluyo, nag-testify ka na ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Saan?
Yung kay Dingwen Kun po.
Ha?
Yung kay Dingwen Kun po, Your Honor.
Hindi kita maintindihan ba? Can you speak louder, please?
Yung kay Dingwen Kun po, Your Honor. Aside from yung case ni Dingwen Kun, marami po kaming na-file na mga drug cases, Your Honor. Halos lahat po yan, mga yan, na-identify.
Kung marami ka na-file na drug cases dito kay Associate Provincial Prosecutor or SUA, kilala mo ito. Kilala mo dapat. Marami ka pinapile na kaso eh. Di ba, pagka pulis ka at nagpapile ka lagi ng kaso, normally, kinakaibigan mo yung prosecutor eh, hindi ba? Or at least, acquaintance. So, kilala mo si Ursua.
Sa mga ano, Your Honor, yung mga RTC.
Kilala mo si Ursua.
No, Your Honor.
Eh, nagpapile ka ng kaso sa kanya eh. Sabi mo nga, ito, 1, 2, 3, 4 cases na siya yung prosecutor. Kilala mo dapat. Paano kayo nagko-coordinate kung magwi-witness ka kung di mo kilala? Huwag mo kami lulukoyin kasi galing ko sa pulis. Ang una nating kinakaibigan, piskal, para maging successful yung prosecution. Especially kung ikaw mismo nag-file ng kaso. Para mag-coordinate kayo sa prosecution. Tama ba yun, General Purisima?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama rin yun, General Petrasanta, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tama rin yun, General Lacadin.
Yes, sir.
Si Baloyo na naman sa lungat, mag-isa.
Yes.
By the way, this is not really a letter from the court. This is from the Provincial Fiscal's Office, right? So what you were saying about the court is not accurate, at the very least.
Sa Provincial Prosecutor's Officer, Office of the Provincial Prosecutor.
That is not the court.
Oo.
That is not the court.
It's a request, sir, from the Provincial Prosecutor.
So,
Yes, Mr.
bali yung
Chairman.
sinabi mo kanina,
Yes,
court.
Mr. Chairman.
I
I have the letter,
yes.
Mr. Chairman.
General Albayalde, did the prosecutor specifically request for Mr. Baluyo to be moved? Only, yes. Did the prosecutor ask Mr. Baluyo to be moved back to Region 3?
I also asked this, Mr. Chairman, kung wala yung pangalan niya. But also, I received a letter also on August 11 from the lawyer also invoking the same,
Wait.
Mr. Chairman.
Just so the records will reflect accurately the situation, in a letter dated August 9, 2018, Associate Provincial Prosecutor Orsua said, quote, relative to the letter signed by SPO1 Dante Dizon, SPO1 Donald Roque, PO2 Guerrero, PO2 Dizon, PO2 Laksamana, and PO2 Maniago, there was a request that these officers be moved back. I don't see the name here of Mr. Baluyo.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, nasabi po nila kasi sama-sama na sila dito. That's why after that, I received a letter from the lawyer, from their lawyer, also seeking the same lawyer of Baloyo, seeking the same and invoking the same section of RA 9165.
In other words, they're just using this as a precedent.
On that basis, you
Parang,
move him.
ano po yun, Mr. Chairman?
On that basis, you move Baluyo.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, dahil grupo po sila doon sa cases na sinasabi nila na under trial yung kanilang
Mr.
mga
Chairman?
cases, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, again, ito bang nakalista lahat dito? Ito itong 13 na nandito? O merong naligaw na hindi kasama sa 13? Like Dizon, Roque, Guerrero, another Dizon, Laksamana, Maniago. Andito ba kayo?
Yan.
Andito kayo lahat? O sama-sama kayo nagbalikan? Another question. Have you received request of similar nature from other prosecutors or from the provincial prosecutor of Pampanga?
Hindi ko po alam yan, Mr. But as far as I am concerned, as
nag-iisa
chief,
lang tong request na ito, talagang para sa kanila lang.
as far as I'm chief, sir, I cannot remember anything about
Walang
that.
ibang request na ganito.
Kasi po, ang sinasabi nila, it's already inherent under 9165.
No,
na
I mean, meron
hindi
bang
ka
similar
makapag-transfer
nature na
ng ano?
request na nanggaling halimbawa sa Tagaytay, nanggaling sa Antipolo, nanggaling sa
Hindi ko po-
Pampanga, nanggaling
I
sa Baguio?
I don't see any...
Kasi I suppose, hindi lang sila naman yung nagwi-witness sa mga
yes,
drug cases, di ba?
yes, Mr. Chairman.
So kung nag-iisang request ito, talagang para sa kanila lang ito.
Well, pwede po siguro. Wala akong natanggap na ibang alam kong Mr. Chairman, as far as my term, during my term as Chief PNP.
General Albayalde, you know, these officers under this letter, August 9, 2018, were requested to be moved back to Region 3 because of the cases pending where they will be a witness. Tama po ba yan? Now, is that correct? Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Now, in the case of Mr. Baluyo, he was not mentioned here.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And so why was he included? You're saying there's a letter?
Yes, a letter from the lawyer. Signed
Lawyer
for
of whom?
Mr. Baloyo.
Why should he have a lawyer when he's only a witness?
Well, ito po yung sinasabi niya na that they are also that they're assigned in Mindanao since 2016.
I'm sorry?
That they were assigned in Mindanao since 2016. At ng request ko niya, I hereby reiterate the mandatory provisions of Section 91, Republic Act 9165,
Yes.
which prohibits the transfer of
That's-
members of law enforcement agencies who are witnesses in drug cases to
That-
other government offices
All right.
in other territorial jurisdiction while the case is pending.
Okay. Without accepting the validity of this request, it is obvious that the request should be done by the prosecutor because Mr. Baluyo is a witness for the prosecution. And the prosecution's case is controlled by the fiscal. That's why there is, maybe this is proper, but the point is, Mr. Baluyo was not among those included in the request, but suddenly, because of a letter of his private lawyer, he was benefited and he was moved to Region 3 and then to Tagaytay. Why the special treatment for Mr. Baluyo?
It's not a special treatment, Mr. Chairman. No, ano po kasi dito, it is inherent in under RA 9165.
Yes,
No, dahil po nandun
but
ang special
Mr.
treatment,
General,
Chairman.
that prohibition is to facilitate and to make sure that the prosecution would have the witnesses available.
Yes.
And the one who would prosecute is the fiscal, not any lawyer. The lawyer has no business intervening in a criminal case as a member of the as a prosecutor unless with the consent of the fiscal. In this particular case, the fiscal only asked for the return of 5 or so witnesses, excluding Mr. Baluyo. So why suddenly is he benefited? That citation is not for the benefit of Baluyo. That citation of the law is not for the benefit of Baluyo, but for the benefit of the prosecution. But the prosecutor himself did not ask for his presence here. That means, in the view of the prosecutor, he is not a witness needed to prosecute the case. So why is he favored with that transfer?
Again, Mr. Chairman, he was not favored. Kasi po yung transfer na ginagawa namin, it goes to everybody. No, it goes to everybody. Doon po lahat na inassign namin sa Mindanao, Mr. Chairman. Marami po kami na-assign sa Mindanao, around 800 of them.
But earlier, Mr. General Bayano, you said, there was a request. You cited the request. And we are now using that request. The request is not by the court, as you erroneously pointed out, but mentioned, but it is by the prosecution. And as I would repeat, the fiscal only enumerated 5 or so policemen transferred. That means the fiscal found their presence necessary, and therefore they had to be moved back. Our point is, we were asking why Mr. Baluyo was included in the transfer when he, in fact, it appears that his testimony is not necessary because he was not included by the request of the fiscal.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, there's also a request coming from his lawyer, that's one.
His lawyer, excuse me,
Yes.
his lawyer, Mr. Baluyo, is not a defendant,
Yes.
is not the accused. He is a witness. Why should the private lawyer be so interested in moving back Mr. Baluyo, when in fact he is not the accused? I do not know, he is a lawyer of, yes, Mr. Baluyo, but Mr. Baluyo is not the accused. He is only a witness. But the second point, why do we entertain those requests from private individuals, the lawyer in this case, who would have motives other than public welfare?
Well,
again, just let me finish. I allow you to talk. Again, this strengthens our suspicion that this group is favored. This group is given preferential treatment. All the circumstantial evidence point to that. Thank you, Mr. General.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, may we also have a copy of the lawyer's letter?
Yes, sir.
May
Can,
mga
can you
specific
produce?
court cases ba naka-mention dyan?
May letter ba kayo ng lawyer, please?
Yes, sir.
Can you, Paige, can you get a copy and reproduce it?
Yes, sir.
I have one question, General Valdez. Sa dami-dami ng posisyon, sabi mo, ilalapit siya. Bakit doon sa Tagaytay, may kalayuan? Bakit yung isa sa Rizal? Pwede naman doon sa Bataan, pwede naman doon sa Pampanga, sa Nevesia. Bakit doon pa? At saka bakit nakikialam itong mga piskal? You better tell the Secretary of Justice that your prosecuting officer should not be doing this without his permission. Otherwise, they're running circles around the law. Don't you think so, Undersecretary?
Your Honor, the request was done because, of course, the prosecutors want to win the cases, and they cannot win the cases without the witnesses attending the court proceedings. So that sometimes they are bound to make these kinds of requests, Your Honor.
I did not understand you.
Your Honor, in this particular case, the provincial prosecutor, I think it was Assistant City Prosecutor Ursua, requested for these people not to be transferred, so that they could be available to attend.
I understand the reason.
Your Honor.
But here is a provincial prosecutor na pwedeng kausapin del Pampanga, Mr. Baluyos from Pampanga, maaaring may mga kapit siya, pinababalik siya ngayon para malapit-lapit siya dito. And I understand that. Mabuti pa, humanitarian reason na lang, dito na lang kami kung pwede. Ha? Pero ang lumalabas, parang sabi nga ni may preferential treatment. 6 lang itong pinahingi dito eh. Yan ang problema. You know, perception is sometimes harsher than reality. I'm sure you know that by now.
Yes, sir. Kasi, Mr. Chairman, kung sasabihin nilang sila lang kasi, hindi po lang sila ang tinransfer namin, Mr. Chairman. Hindi lang po sila. No, marami po silang tinransfer namin. As I've been saying, na even without the request, talaga pong kasi sila, yung kaso nila was already dismissed and they were already penalized. And we don't have any evidence that would warrant for their rotation. Unang-una, sila po ay natagal na sa Mindanao. That's more than 2 years if I'm not mistaken. Kaya po, it's all part na i-rotate din na rin namin yung mga tao. Let me make one thing clear, Mr. Chairman, na hindi lang po sila ang tinransfer namin. Marami po namin talaga naman na tinransfer even without the court order. So if we give these people for a rotation, why not apply to everybody? So,
But wait,
yun lang po,
Tagaytay.
sir, ang, Mr.
Tagaytay
Chairman.
is practically a very, very
I have no hand in
wonderful assignment.
Mr. Chairman, I have no
It's a
hand
resort.
in applying, in the placement of these people, Mr. Chairman. Basta ang sa amin po is anybody who will be transferred out of Mindanao after serving for more than 2 years, they are all under strict monitoring, Mr. Chairman.
Is Dante Dizon here? Can you please come forward? Patrolman SP, ano yan? Dante Dizon? Yung police. Dalawang Dizon. Dante nga eh. May Dindo pa. Tumayo siya dyan kanina eh. Nasa si Dante Dizon. O habang hinihintay natin si Dante, andito ba yung PIDEA? Si Bisola, can you come forward please? Habang hinihintay natin yan para hindi tayo maka-aksaya ng panahon. You have not been sworn to, right? Not yet. Go ahead. Sorry, man. Sorry. State your name, please. Thank you. State your name.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair and
afternoon.
members of the committee. I am Agent Janice Abiso, previously assigned at the PIDEA Regional Office 3 located at City of San Fernando, Pampanga.
And where are you assigned now?
At the PIDEA SES K9 units, Your Honor.
K9.
Yes, sir.
Now, there are statements here that there was coordination made by this raiding team with PIDEA.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it true?
Yes, sir.
They coordinated with you.
Yes, sir.
How did they coordinate with you?
A certain PO to Roselyn Baquilar, sir, called the hotline of PIDEA Regional Office 3.
What time?
At around 4 p.m., sir.
4 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And were you aware that there was a raid going on?
Upon checking our email, sir, the details indicated there's the operation, sir.
No. Operation or raid or whatever you call it. There was an operation.
Yes, sir.
Were you not invited to go there because there were drugs involved?
I don't know, sir. I'm just focusing on the
I'm asking you a
coordination.
question. What do you mean you don't know? Yes or no? Were you invited or not?
I don't know, sir. I'm not invited, sir.
Huh? You were not invited?
Yes, sir.
What was the nature of the phone call given to you?
Just a pure coordination, sir.
Anong coordination? Oy, magko-coordinate kami sa inyo. Ganun lang?
Yes, sir.
Yun lang sinabi niya, coordination
Yes,
kami sa
sir.
inyo.
Yes, sir.
Is that sufficient in your professional career? Is that really sufficient? Coordination? Di ba,
Yes.
coordination, dito kami pupunta, dito kayo marap, pag huli namin, andyan na kayo.
Yes.
Di ba yun ang coordination?
Yes, sir.
Nagpunta ka ba doon sa raiding, sa lugar ng raid?
No, sir.
Inimbita ka ba?
No, sir.
So, tinawagan ka lang.
Yes, sir.
Pro forma.
Yes, sir.
Nagre-raid kami, meron kaming operation dito. Di ba
Yes.
sinabi?
Yes,
Di ka
sir.
naman nagtanong.
No, sir.
So, I find that very, very loose in terms of operation. Then we really have to come out and define coordination. Dante, para you can earn your keep naman, what does coordination mean to you with the NBI?
Good afternoon, sir.
NBI Director, Dante ka.
Coordination is, pwede naman po tatawag lang. Just to inform the...
Ano ho?
Yung coordination po, pwede lang tatawag.
Tawag lang?
Tatawag lang po. Kung minsan ako nga, one time tumawag nga ako kay Aaron eh. Tumawag ako one time. Just to inform him na yung mga tao ko po ay may operasyon.
Yun, ay hindi ako yun. Pupunta ako dyan, baka magkaroon tayo ng missing counter.
That's right. That's right, sir.
Pero ito, nakalagay sa batas, magko-coordinate sila sa PIDEA, di ba? Dahil ang drugs, primary duty ng PIDEA, ang drugs. Kaya dapat, pag nakahuli ng drugs, reported kagad sa PIDEA. Tama ba yan?
Yeah.
Tama ba yan, Yusek Marco? Under the law, di ba?
Sir, that is required by the
Pagka may drugs, tawag na kagad sa... Kaya tumatawag sila. May coordination rin sa fiscal. Tapos sasabihin, lalakad kami, may lakad kami, handa ka, dadaling ka namin dyan. Tama?
Yes, Your Honor, before and after.
Let the record say that it was Yusek Deo Marco Polo. Alright? Anak ng Diyos ito, Deo. Alright? Now, hindi ka nagtaka. Bakit mo ako tinatawagan? Anong dapat sabihin sa'yo?
Sinabi lang po ni PO2 Bakilar na magko-coordinate sila regarding their operation, sir.
Wala sinabing iba.
Wala, sir.
Bakilar, are you here? Can you collect all these people from the police? Natanong na ako sa kanila eh. Now, yun lang.
Yes, sir.
What date?
On November 29, 2013, Your Honor.
At what time?
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock. But are you aware later on that the raid actually occurred in the morning?
I don't know, sir.
And you never found out anything about it?
No, sir.
So the coordination was really pro forma, words, hello, I'm here. Okay na, coordination na yan. Is that the coordination that is foreseen under the police system, Roger, of the Polcom? I cannot believe that that's coordination.
Well, as far as the law is concerned, Your Honor, I think something more than that should have been done.
Takes more than that.
Yes.
Like, we are coordinating with you, telling you know that we are raiding this. We may need you because we're going to have to identify the drugs, and you should be here, or you should be. If nobody is there, we're telling you so you can come as early as possible. Would that be coordination?
That should have been a better coordination.
Okay. So, dapat, yung sa, wala na si General Aquino nandun sa taas lang, pero I think that should be told, no? In fact, there's a coordination form, right?
Yes, sir.
And nakalagay dito, National Police Commission, Philippine National Police, Pampanga Police Provincial Office, Provincial Intelligence Branch, Coordination Form, Control Number 113-00160, Time, 6 o'clock November 2013. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with this?
Yes,
6
sir.
o'clock? Sabi mo 4 o'clock.
It's 1600, sir.
Nakalagay dito 600. Alam ko, 1600. Pero ang basa ko 6 o'clock eh. Sorry, my mistake. Now, Provincial Intelligence Branch, 8 Soft, Pampanga, type of operation by bus. Right? Now, don't you think, pagkatapos ng nahuli lahat, is 36 kilos a lot of drugs?
Pardon, sir?
36 kilos of drugs. Is that a lot of drugs?
Yes,
Marami
sir.
ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Sandamakmak ba yan?
Yes, sir.
Malaking huli? In
Yes.
fact, it cost about 180 million, sabi ni General Bayaldi sa report niya.
Yes, sir.
And they never came back to you after?
They submitted a spot report, sir.
Spot report?
Yes,
Sino nakapirma?
Yung sinabit po nila sa amin walang pirma. It is an e-copy, sir.
Walang pirma?
Yes, sir. E-copy lang, sir.
Electronic copy. Medyo loose ata yung kung ano yan. Joven de Guzman, ikaw ba ito? Joven? Yeah, the vehicle Nissan Urban, is that owned by PIDEA or by a personal person? Is that a private vehicle or a public vehicle? Private. Can you please talk to the microphone?
Private po, sir.
Sino may-ari?
Sir, service po nun sa Esto nun, sir. Service lang po sa Esto nun, sir. Di ko po alam, sir, kung kanino nakapangalan, sir.
Private person. Is that a recovered vehicle from a crime?
No, sir. No, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
LTO, can you check? Hello? The plate number is URH 901. UAH ba ito? UAH 901. What about the Hyundai Santa Fe SUV, gray? Private vehicle? When? De Guzman?
Private po yata, sir.
Is PIDEA in the business of using private vehicle? Binayaran nyo ba yan? Nirent nyo ba yan? I'm sorry, the PNP?
Hindi po binayaran yan, sir.
Sumulpot na lang yan?
Hindi po, sir. Naabutan na lang po namin doon, sir.
Sino nga may-ari? Naabutan nyo na lang?
Yes, sir. Nung pagka-resume namin doon sa unit, sir.
General Magalo, is that kosher? Is that halal? May sasakyan kami dito. Private vehicle, gagamitin namin sa bypass or raid. Hindi niya alam kung sino may-ari. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth. I know not where.
Usually, sir, hindi basta-basta, sir, pwedeng ganun na
But
lang.
there is a practice na ginagamit yung mga nahuling vehicle sa crime, right?
Dati,
Which
sir.
is illegal.
Dati, sir, ganun ang ginagawa. Pero nagkaroon na, sir, ng instruction noon na wag gagamit. Lalo-lalo, sir, panahon ni Senator Lacson, pinagbawal niya, sir, kasi naaabuso po.
Maigpit siya. Talagang dapat gayahin Senator Lacson. Recovered bawal. At tapos sa kalagay nyo, yung Hyundai, gray, for registration. Private ba yan? Private rin. Sino may dala? Sino nagmamaneho? Ikaw?
No, sir.
Sino?
Hindi ko po matandaan, sir, kung sino nag-drive po nun, sir.
Hindi ko tinatanong ko. Tinatanong ko, sino nag-drive ng dalawang vehicle na yan? Kasama nyo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Private. Service ba? Ano ba yung service? May service, may private. Ano ibig sabihin ng service sa'yo?
Sir, yung service na yun, sir, na naabutan po namin dun sa pagka-resume namin sa Pampanga Intelligence Project.
Matagal na doon?
Yes, sir.
Naabutan nyo na lang. Good grief. Umaandar pa ba yung kagayan?
Hindi na rin po namin alam, sir, kung...
Anyway. Kasi kung private yan, siyempre, papayaram siya na may-ari pag nagbali lang, di ba? Bayad pang gobyerno, di ba? Bawal yan, di ba? Now, sino ba? Andiyan yung provincial commander eh. Yung babae, sino yan? Si... The better Fajardo ito. Mas maganda pa kay Bong. Ha? Better. Si Bong ang the bitter Fajardo. Have you taken your oath? Okay. Tanong ko sa'yo, andyan pa ba yung kotse niya?
Wala na po, sir.
O nasa napunta? Patay na rin.
Wala na po doon, sir.
Inabot ni Nadia Guzman, ikaw hindi mo na inabot.
Inabot mo ba yan?
Wala po, sir, doon yung sasakyan na sinasabi po
Ikaw ang pumalit kay Major Baloyo?
No, sir. I just assume as a provincial director last January only, sir.
Sino ang provincial director na iba? Dati, before you?
Sir, si Police Colonel Salvador, sir.
General Jigs, I saw you there earlier. Can you please trace these vehicles? You want to know kung ginagamit talaga yan for a fish, or maybe it was stolen or carnap, ginagamit lang. Alright? Can you report that in writing, please, kung ano nangyari sa mga vehicles na yan? Thank you. I just have a couple of questions dito sa dalawa kay mag-asawa. conjugal policemen and women. I have been bugged by texts here. Can you sit down, please? Dito po kayo sa tabi nila, Danny Tolentino. By the way, thank you very much yung mga barangay officials. Thank you, no? Are you PNPA graduates? Are you too? Where did you meet and where did you fall in love? Before? Have you taken your oath?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sige, answer my question. Where
Yes,
did
sir.
you...
Sir, we were classmates in academy, and
Di ba bawal ang fraternizing?
this, sir, after we graduated, she courted me.
She was the one who courted you.
Yes, sir.
Really now? Do you agree?
No, sir.
No. Oh. You were forced.
No, sir.
At gunpoint, sir.
Gunpoint.
Yes, sir.
That is a crime.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to ask this question of you. Is Dante Dizon back? Unahin ko na muna si Dante. Mas importante ito kay Dante dahil sa inyo. Sumbong ito eh. And dito na kayo, baka sabihin din natin pinapansin. I believe in acting right away. Dante, si Dindo ba kapatid mo? Ano siya? Nandiyan siya kanina, di ba? Nasa si Dindo? Umalis ka lang yung kay Jigs Coronel at nagbubulong yan eh. Oh, nahuli ka ano isang araw ni General Drilon niya, nagbubulong. Can you move forward here? Kabila. Dindo. Come here. Snap on it. Please, hurry up. Now, I will ask you one question and I expect you to tell the truth. Kilala mo ba si Ding Won Kim? Sino? Ding Wen Kun. Ang hirap tandaan eh. Ding Wen Kun.
Opo, sir.
Siya ba yung hinuli nyo?
Opo, sir.
Saan nyo nahuli?
Sa lecture po, sir.
Lakeshore.
Yes, sir.
Bahay ba niya yun?
Hindi ko po alam, sir.
Di mo alam. Bakit di mo alam?
Back up lang ako during the operation, sir.
Yung role mo, ikaw daw, ikaw ba si Dindo?
Yes, sir.
Ano ang role mo doon?
Backup po yun, ano.
Dalawa kayong backup.
Opo.
Kilala mo si Ding, kailan mo nakilala si Ding Wan Kun?
Yung operation na po, sir.
Araw.
Opo.
Oh. May nagsasabi sa akin dito, kilala nyo si Lee. Johnson Lee.
Hindi po, sir. Wala po.
Ha? Thank you. Hindi mo kilala. Kung magdadala ako sa susunod na hearing ng tao na sinasabing kilala nyo, you'll be perjuring herself. Is that a verb like that? You'll be in perjury, right?
Yes, sir.
Ha? Hindi nyo kilala?
Hindi po. Hindi po.
Oh, sige. I just wanted to ask you that question because importante ito. By the way, for the record, I asked the Korean ambassador last night, and Senator Dillon and I were at the Korean embassy. I just went there, and I gave him a letter to try and retrieve Johnson Lee back to the Philippines. He's a very good ambassador, and we're asking their cooperation para mabalik si Johnson Lee. Alright? Pati yung Chinese.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Kilala niyo ba si Luisito Dato Junior? Alias Chito, kilala niyo?
Hindi, sir.
Hindi?
Hindi po.
Ikaw? Hindi mo kilala?
Parang nahuli na po namin yung sa drug operation, sir.
Ikaw hindi mo kilala?
Hindi ko na po matandaan, sir.
Hirap. Ito yung kaso nyo, kaya kayo na-transfer pabalik eh. Tapos hindi mo kilala. Si Candy. 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 Kilala nyo?
Yes, sir, yung hearing po yata yan sa Guagua, sir.
Can you
Guagua, sir,
speak to
yan.
the microphone?
Yung sa Guagua, sir, yan. Sa
Hindi, tiyatest ko lang kung talagang kaso
Yung sa
nyo.
branch sa 51, sir.
Kailan again, under pain of perjury, nag-report kayo ng hapon o umaga?
Hapon po yun.
Hapon. Hapon.
Hapon po, sir.
Sige, all right. I will leave you for a while.
No, I have a question.
Please, go ahead.
si Ding Wing Kon, ito yung hinuli nyo na may-ari kanyo yung ng drugs? Siya ang drug lord na hinuli nyo?
Opo, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ha?
Opo.
Yes?
Opo.
Yo, where is he now?
Nakalaya na po yata, sir.
Nagtistig, nakalaya na.
Naririnig ko lang po, sir.
Tinawag ka bang testigo doon sa kaso niya?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi mo alam kung bakit siya nakalaya.
Dito ko na lang po narinig, sir, nung hearing po dito, sir.
So, kayo bang humuli sa kanya? Kay Ding Wing Kun?
Kasama lang po ako as baka pero hindi po ako yung arresting officer.
Hindi, kasama kayo doon sa humuli.
Yes, sir, as baka po.
Alright.
Oh, sige.
Hindi ba pinresentan niyo siya sa press conference?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Hindi ba dinideny niya na siya ang may-ari noong drugs? Ha? Na driver lang siya?
Wala po sinasabi, Honor.
Oy.
Chinese yung salita niya.
Pero hindi ba may interpreter pa kayo? Na hindi siya marunong magtagalog, di ba? Itong si Ding Wing Kun.
SP1 Donald, sir, siya po yung chief investigator on that time.
So, you are insisting na siya ang drug lord? Ito si Ding Wing Kun?
Opo.
Ha? Siya ang drug lord? Ha? Pero nakawala. Hindi mo alam kung bakit.
Hindi po, kasi hindi na po kami yung affiliate on that time, yung, sir.
Hindi ba kayo interesado? Kayo ang nahuli sa kanya? Kayo ang nagpresenta sa kanya sa publiko? Na nakawala siya, na quit siya? You did not even find out kung bakit?
Hindi po, sir, kasi po napunta na kami na Mindanao. Kaya
Kailan
hindi
kayo
na po na namin na sa court.
Kailan kayo napunta ng Mindanao?
July 18, sir, 2016.
July 18, 2016.
Yes, sir.
Oo. But ang raid nangyari November of 2013. Hindi po ba?
Opo, sir.
Oo. 3 taon ang pagitan. Hindi ba na kayo interesado kung ano nangyari sa kanya? Siya ang drug lord?
Alam ko po, umatin na hearing sila PO3 Guerrero tsaka si SP1 Santos, sir.
Dahil ito, sinasabi, itong hinuli nyo, for guy, ibig sabihin, hindi naman siya, driver siya ng drug lord. Pagkatapos, siya ang hinuli nyo dahil pinakawalan nyo yung drug lord. Yung Lee, yung Johnson Lee, pinakawalan nyo. Anyway, sige, the next hearing that will be shown, Mr. Chairman.
Magkano ang parte niya dito?
Wala po, sir.
Wala.
Wala po.
Talaga? I'm just going. Let me just go to the witnesses. Is it true that you guys were asked to appear before Assistant State Prosecutor Juan Pedro Navera on Monday, April 16, 2014? Pagkatapos ang complaint sa inyo ay violation of I'm sorry, my mistake. May lumabas sa dyaryo sa Philippine Star October 16, 2016. An arrest warrant was issued against Superintendent Maharlika Oscar Villasis. Is that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Pangalan mo talaga, Maharlika?
Maharlika Oscar, Your Honor.
Maharlika Oscar. Of the Police Regional Office, Region 18. Negros Island Region for violation of the anti-carnapping law.
I'm not aware of that, Your Honor.
Ito, may warrant ka. Regional Trial Court Judge Manuel Cardinal Jr. issued the warrant with a 180,000 bail bond recommended against Villasis, who is now assigned to Camp Crame after he was relieved last month as chief of the PRO 18 Regional Special Operations Task Group. Were you relieved?
No, sir. I transferred to PRO3 because my boss before, General Capa, retired already. So I was transferred to Region 3, Your Honor.
Well, These are records that we can. Nasaan ka ba sa Bacolod?
Yes, Your Honor. As a Special Operation Group, Your Honor.
Pero hindi mo alam, may warrant ka?
I don't have any idea na may warrant ako, Your Honor, because I did not commit any violence on the offense there, Your Honor.
Kaya kasi ako sa yan Magalong, pagka may warrant ba ang pulis, paano pinapadala sa krame?
Sir, pinapadala na po kagad namin doon sa
No,
sa mismo
pinapadala ng
provincial
court sa
office.
krame.
Yes, sir. Sa DIDM, ipapadala ng korte, sir, sa DIDM. At yung DIDM, sir, ipapadala na, sir, doon sa concern na provincial office.
Alright. Tapos nakalagay dito, top drug suspect of the Negros Island region, Ricky Sereño, claimed that Superintendent Maharlika Oscar Villasis, former head of Regional Special Operations Task Group of Police Region Office 18, andun ka, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And Senior Superintendent William Senyoron, Acting Provincial Director of Negros Occidental. I hope General Bayal is taking note. Police Provincial Office are included in the Beria Drug Group's payroll. Are you aware of this?
I don't think I'm aware, Mr. Chairman.
What about CIDG? General Corpus? I'll ask him that later. In his sworn statement furnished to Sunstar Bacolod on Sunday, Sereño said that in February 2016, he was introduced by a non-commissioned officer to Villasis, whom he claimed told him to tell Beria, referring to the drug group's alleged leader, Victoria Tolentino. Are you familiar with Beria?
Sir, Your Honor, when I was assigned on a Special Operation Group, Your Honor, in Region 18, the newly formed region.
Kilala mo si Beria?
No, Your Honor. Our target
Si
there was...
Victoria Tolentino, kilala mo?
No, Your Honor.
To give him 1 million as protection money. They did not agree during the press meeting, claiming that Villasis rejected the 500,000 protection money offered to him, Sereño said. However, Beria and drug supplier Camaria, kilala mo si Camaria?
No, Your Honor.
Supposedly agreed to jointly provide Villasis 1 million per month to settle the money issue. Sereño further claimed that Villasis told him that the 1,500,000 goes to the top official of the region, dinamay pa yung region commander, 200,000 to Senyoron, and 300,000 to him and the RSOTG personnel.
Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, that report reached me when I was already the Chief of Police of Porac, in which I was assigned by Director General Aquino. During the stint in my Porac, I learned that certain accusations were heard against me also with all of the officers. If I'm not mistaken, we are 30 officers there at that time. It so happened I was the second in ranking. Senior Senyoron was the Provincial Director of Negros Occidental, and I consulted the problem to the accusations to General Capa, which was already retired. And he told me that, hindi ko naniniwala sa ganyan dahil tayo nga nag-operate. Actually, Your Honor, we operated 4 drug groups there during my time.
I'm just asking you. I just want to be sure that you're not
No,
involved here.
no, I strongly deny,
And
Your
we
Honor.
can find out that later.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because hindi naman ako naniniwala pa.
If I may, Your Honor, if I know that I already had a warrant of arrest, I don't know what case and why suddenly I have a warrant of arrest, then sana po inayos ko na po sa Negros noon kung ano man yun, kung available man po yun, Your Honor. But I don't have any idea why suddenly I had a warrant of arrest.
So you should find out whether in fact you have a warrant of arrest.
From this time, Your Honor, I will do with that.
Colonel Ferro, would you be in charge of this pagkaganito investigation? Or CIDG? Para malaman natin kung talagang may kaso o wala.
It's if this carnapping, sir, it's the Highway Patrol Group that will the one to investigate the particular accusation.
Sino?
Highway Patrol, sir.
Highway Patrol.
If it is carnapping, sir.
Sa carnapping?
Because I think
sa drugs, syempre.
Me, sir. I will be the one to drug enforcement group, sir.
Well, I just want to point this out because umuugong talaga ito mga ganito ngayon, kaya mag-ingat kayo, ha? And then, we will follow up later. There is a complaint here na naman, ang dami. I have to ask. humingi po kami ng tulong na mahanap si Barry Mauhay. Are you familiar with him?
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, yan po yung allegedly na inabduct sa Mabalacat when I was, when it was the first day of my stint as a Chief of Police of Mabalacat. Allegedly, nawala daw siya ng evening. Tapos, Your Honor, dumating sila sa amin yung family after ilang months na. Then nagpa-blatter naman po sila, and I don't have any idea. I don't have any personal knowledge regarding of that Barry or Larry Mauhay, Your Honor.
Barry Mauhay.
I just aware of the case because
Anong alam mo sa kaso?
na inabdak lang po daw siya na October 15, 2000. Inabdak daw po siya. Yes, Your Honor. Inabdak daw po siya na October 16, 2018. And that was my first day as Chief of Police of Mabalacat, Your Honor. Tapos, nung gabi po nawala na, ako na po yung pinagbibintangan, Your Honor. Hindi ko po alam kung bakit.
Nonetheless, pinapalo up ka ng kamag-anak, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
At inukot po sa Mabalacat na ng grupo ni Colonel Villasis po hanggang ngayon hindi pa po nakikita.
I have nothing to do with the certain... Yes,
Kahit
Your
na
Honor.
you have nothing to do, ang tanong dito, hindi nakikita, is there anything being done about that?
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the case is already on the IMEG kay Sir Karamat, sir. Doon sa regarding sa allegedly na kung may nawawala talaga, Your
But
Honor.
it is your area of responsibility.
Yes, Your Honor. We already conducted investigation since it's my first day as Chief of Police.
It doesn't matter. I'm just giving you these facts. Para,
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Tinagay din po Toyota Vios namin. Na-equip po siya ng tracking device. Kaya po natuntun po namin sa Batangas gamit po ni Captain Jason Caparas Aguilar, COP of Agoncillo, MPS at Patrolman Mark R. Di Maano na driver po. Sinabi nila na galing po sa sakyan kay Captain Ornales na intelligence officer po ni Colonel Villasis. Naka-assign po sa Pampanga po. May kuha po sila ng pagdukot po sa kapatid ko. Pero bakit po pinatigin na lang ng krami na nalaman ng grupo po ni Colonel Villasis? Bakit po hindi nila nire-relieve sa investigasyon? Klaro po ang ebidensya. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, I received that report nung during the election day, Your Honor, na I was called by my provincial director, Colonel Ma'am Jean Fajardo, na regarding that incident. So, sir, ang sinabi niya, sir, since si Ornales, sir, sa ano ko, nasa under my jurisdiction as Mabalacat Police, nirecall na po ni PD Fajardo yung si Ornales. Pero during that time, sir, nung allegedly na nawala si Mr. Mauhay, October 15, hindi ko pa po tao na si Captain Ornales. He was assigned to the provincial office, Your Honor.
Nonetheless, because may GPS siya, nakuha yung kotse nga sa Agoncillo. Are you familiar with that?
Only through the reports, Your Honor.
Only two?
The reports of the provincial
And because
director.
it is in your area of responsibility to serve, to protect and serve, what did you do about it? Anong ginawa mo para matulungan?
Your Honor, we've conducted investigation doon sa sinabing site, then we requested for a certain CCTV regarding sa area. We have not come up with any CCTV coverage na may inabdak. Allegedly daw ang nag-abdak is Innova na red and black, if I'm not mistaken, Your Honor. Tapos doon lang po, tapos yung family po hindi na po pumupunta sa amin, hindi na rin, nagpa-blatter lang po. Tapos after that, Your Honor, wala na po kaming development.
General Bong Fajardo, sabi niya, intercepted by PNP Highway Patrol Group headed by Brigadier General Roberto Fajardo, PNP Intelligence Group under Brigadier General Edgar Monsalve, and Counterintelligence Task Force headed by Colonel Romeo Karamat. Andito si Colonel Karamat Jr. Recovered inside the car were several high-powered firearms, including an M4 automatic rifle, and dozens of live ammunition, as well as a plate number. Aguilar charged with violation of RA 10883, buti naman, new anti-carnapping law, 10591 Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulations, 6713 Code of Conduct for Public Officials, and gun ban of the Omnibus Election Code. Aguilar tagged Captain John Carlos Ornales. Andito ba yan?
None, Your Honor.
Nasa pa yun? Nasa pa?
Wala na po, Your Honor. Matagal na po siya ni-recall ng region. Nag-action taken po si Regional Director
Saan
Coronel.
region?
Region 3, Your Honor.
Region 3.
Yung na-involve na po yung name niya, Your Honor, sa alleged report, pinarestrict na po siya, under investigation na po siya.
Alright. Ito ang key dito, no? Isa dyan, no? Classmate from PNPA class 2014 si Aguilar. Anong class mo?
99, sir.
Mukhang mahilig yung mga 99 sa mga drugs, sa kotse, lahat yan. Ano ba yan? 99. Magkaklase kayo? PNPA?
Yes, sir.
99. 99.
Yes, Sir Honor.
99. Siyempre, sabi niya, mami siya, niligawan ka niya doon, o ikaw nanligaw sa kanya. Nag-uusap-usap ba kayo? Ano ba yung nangyayari yan? Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Actually, Your Honor, I was assigned in Pampanga only in 2016. I was assigned in Negros and I was assigned in Crame during the time of the operation of the so-called in Lakeshore. I was assigned in Task Force Tugis, which was built by the then Chief PNP, Sir Purisima. We were able to cut Delphine Lee at that time on March 6, 2014.
Delphine Lee?
Yes, Your Honor.
Another Lee?
Delphine Lee, Your Honor.
Another Lee nga. Talagang drug yan eh.
Yung Task Force Tugis, Your Honor. Delphine Lee, Your Honor, yung sa Severa, yung sa land, yung sa mga housing.
I know.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, bakit magkakaklase palagi? Aguilar and Ornales 2014, ikaw 99 class ka.
Your Honor, I don't have any idea with Aguilar and Ornales is just became my men when I assumed the police, when I assumed the Chief of Police of Mabalacat. I just assume as Mabalacat and I became
I'm not trying to investigate you. I'm just laying the premise for the brother who obviously feels that kinidnap nyo yung tao, inabduct nyo, tapos nawala. Buong ano nangyari doon sa mga kotse at saka sa baril? Nabalik na ba sa kanila?
Sir, naka-file po yung case at ongoing pa rin yung court hearing. And yung nawawala, sir, yun ang problema, sir.
Alin?
Yung
tao nawawala?
Nawawala, sir. Kasi sa amin, sir, nag-concentrate lang kami sa carnapping sa yung sa illegal possession, which was filed in court. I will follow it up, sir, on the update, sir.
You know, General Albayalde, habang PNP chief ka, tingnan nyo na yung mga ganyan. Ang dami sunod-sunod, magkakaklase, pati police commission. Ano ba yan? Ang dami-dami mga nangyayari na ganito.
Yes, sir.
Bacolod may kaso, pagdating dito may kaso na naman. Something is wrong.
Yes, sir. That is the very reason. Again, we are strengthening our counterintelligence, Mr. Chairman. Yan din po ang rason kung bakit sabi ko nga, again, that is the work of the IMEG namin, sir. The IMEG encompasses everything, sir. Yung pong,
pero dapat mahuli ka agad, tapos ka agad yung
we have
kaso.
already arrested 124 of our men and
Ito,
killed
ano
9
gagawin
of
niyo rito?
them. So, there will be subjected. Lahat naman po yan, Mr.
Hindi
Chairman.
ko sinasabing guilty, ibigay nyo lang para yung mga tao.
Yes, sir.
Saka yung mauhay, nawala.
Yes, sir. As per records, we have already arrested 124 of our personnel and
I'm willing to
killed
accept that.
9
I'm
in
just
our
saying,
police operations, Mr. Chairman.
bula ng bula eh. Bula ng bula eh. Dapat matigil na yan.
Yes,
para
yes.
sa, for the
Continuous
sake
po
of
yung,
your...
yes, Mr. Chairman. Continuous po yung internal cleansing namin, Mr. Chairman.
Ano ba ang motto ng
yung,
PNPA?
Sir, to learn today to lead tomorrow.
Ha?
To learn today to lead tomorrow.
Meron kayong motto. Ano saan yun? Ha? Ang motto ninyo. Nga, no? To learn today to lead tomorrow. What did you learn from your classmates? 1999?
I didn't learn anything from them,
You
Your Honor.
better make sure na makuha kayo dyan, no?
Yes, Your Honor.
PMA is courage, integrity, loyalty. Dapat siguro nga eh. Palitan nyo na yung loyalty. Baka loyalty to your class na nangyayari dyan. Palitan nyo na for country siguro or something. I'm just suggesting because nakakasakit tayo ng tao at makakansyawan pa tayo kung ang kung ninyo yan. Kami ni Frank Dillon, madalas kami magkansyawan. Oops lang Sigmaro. Pero okay naman tayo, no? Panahihiling ang tinatamaan ngayon. Anyway, hindi ba? Anyway, I just thought I'd bring this up. Kayo kayo raw nakakakilala kay Johnson Lee. Yan ang nag-tip sa akin. Kaya kung nalalaman nyo, come over. Alam na namin lahat ang nangyari dito, as you can see. Di ba kayo nagugulat? Alam natin na umaga, alam natin na hindi nyo ginawa lahat. Alright, I'm not going to wait for your answer, ha? Oo, sinabi na nila eh. Tatlo, sila ang tumanggap, sinabi ng barangay. Hindi si, sa'yo ko, di ko, Frank, Dong Wing Kun. Dong Wing Kun. Ayan. Pero nyo, mamemorize mo lang si Dong Wing Kun, parang nagkakangiwi-ngiwi na kami. Ding Won Kung. So, kasi nungalingan na yan. I hope you know what you're up against. Finally, we will continue with this hearing, I suppose, with the Bucor especially, at saka BJMP, when we get back. In the meantime, we will pursue these matters of drugs. I think we can submit a report, right, staff? Before the end of the week? By Friday? Huwag kang umiyak. Ako umiyak na ilang araw na. What does this mean? I just got the report from LTO. Tingnan nyo ha, mga pulis to ha. General, Mayor. Yung Nissan Urban, red. Pero ang plaka niya, talaga ang may-ari, kung di ako nagkakamali, is XLT 1999. Tama ba yan? Tapos, ang may-ari, John T. Yu. Galing sa Banlad, Cebu City. Banilad. Paano umabot dito yan? And then yung 1366-4504 Montelupa, Hyundai Santa Fe SUV, 2011, Slick Silver, last registered date September 25, 2019. Ang may-ari, Agri-Food Corporation, Santa Maria, Santa Ana, Pampanga, Region 3. Can we check this kung ito mga carnap vehicles, please?
Yes, sir. Can check
Sa'yo
on
ba
that.
yan, Bong? Sa'yo?
Dati ako sa highway
Oo nga,
patrol,
nung
sir.
ko, kaya pinalitan ka na. Highway patrol na yan.
Yes, sir.
So, can we check that?
Yes, sir.
And LTO, can you find out kung yan ay carnap talaga? Ano ang suspicion nyo? Para naman makita kayo ng asawa nyo dito at hindi kayo pagdudahan na wala kayo dito. Ano sabi niya? Ginamit yung plate number. Sir, pakilang sa mikropono.
Nag-switch siya, nagpalit.
Sir, ganda lalaki niya pero hindi na wala naman kayo sa kwarto, huwag na kayong bumulong.
Nagpalit siya ng plaka.
Ho? Palit plaka.
Possibility, sir, na meron.
Palit plaka.
Yes.
So kung mahuli ito, palit plaka na naman si Baloyo. Major Baloyo, saan galing itong coaching ito?
Sir, yun na po yung mga vehicles na nando doon. Naabutan namin, sir, sa S2.
Ha?
Yun na po yung mga plaka nila nung naabutan namin doon sa...
Pero hindi mo tinatanong kanino ba yung coaching yan?
Basta doon lang sa Intel yun.
You know, this is a problem. I know. Ang daming gumagamit na pulis ng kotse na hindi sa kanila na talagang wala sa lugar. Di ba? May budget naman kayo sa kotse, di ba? General Bayalde, di ba? Ang intelligence fund nyo is about 900 million, 800 million.
800, Mr. Chairman, more than 800 million. It's distributed to the different regions down to the...
It doesn't matter, 800 million.
Stations. Yes.
So, intelligence fund yun. Pero meron naman kayong sasakyan, right? Ba't kailangan magkaganito ba?
Not all operating units, Mr. Chairman, have their vehicles. Hindi po lahat.
Then ask for a budget.
Yes.
Instead of violating the law.
Naka-program po yan, Mr. Chairman. Naka-program po yan, Mr. Chairman. It's
Ginagamit kayo ito, dalawang auto, oh.
Yes, naka-program
Sa
po yan,
kabila,
Mr. Chairman.
carnapping kay Mauhay. Dito, dalawang kotse, hindi naman sa kanila.
We give priority to the
What would you do in this case? Natanong ko sa iyo, yung Fortuner, kilala niyo ba si Mr. David, yung nagbenta ng kotse? Kapampangan kayo, di ba?
Yes, sir. Meron po silang, I think, kamag-anak po ni General Coronel yan, sir. Ni Jigs.
Sino? Si Virgilio David Jr.? Jigs, kamag-anak ko ba ito?
I'm related to the wife, sir.
Huh?
To his wife.
Are you not raising your eyebrows about that car being sold to 3 different people in one day?
I understand, sir, that they are engaged in a lawful buy and sell car business, sir, in Pampanga.
Yeah, but 3 cars in one day. Can we not source kung sino talaga original nagbenta niyan?
That's part of the ongoing
I asked you that last time.
Yes, sir. That's part of the ongoing investigation we are conducting with CIDG now as to the ownership
And I've
and
been in
transfer.
government so long, and I always bristle when they say it's an ongoing, we're doing something
Yes.
about it. Panay present, progressive, pero walang tapos.
We'll submit a report to this committee on the results of the
Yeah.
investigation, sir.
And second-hand dealer in Angeles, ayoko na kilala mo yan, General Albayalde. I understand your wife is very close to, your wife Sherry calls him Kuya Jun and his wife Ate Tess.
Opo. It's because kamag-anak ka po. Yes, sir. Yes.
Hindi
Yes.
siya may kamag-anak, hindi ka naman kamag-anak.
Kakilala namin, Mr. Chairman. Yes. Opo.
So, why don't you find out about this para malaman natin yung Fortuner na ilang
Yes,
beses
Mr.
pinagbibili.
Chairman, I've already directed regional officer. The regional director, no less than the regional director is here.
Oh,
Mr.
UP Law School yan eh, pero
Sir, in fact, sir, they were waiting for an invitation from the Senate and they're
may
willing
na
to
UP,
appear.
talo pa tayo ng UST. Ano ka ba? Ha? Magaling naman yung UST. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Kailan talo palagi sa basketball sa UP tsaka Ateneo? Nanalo kayo sa UP, no? Okay. Just one last, Frank, no? We have 2 people under confinement as they were crying inside the lounge. They deliberately lied here pursuant to the, they admit that they lied. I need your advice on this matter because according to her, and I'd like to inform the General Albayalde, ang sabi niya, yung anak niya nawawala. Veronica Buno, sa Muntinlupa, right? At they want to come home. Sabi ko, baka mamatay kayo dyan, kami pa masisi. You know, there are about 12 people who were killed in Muntinlupa, people riding in tandem. In fact, I have one here. Saan ba yung information ko dun sa, yung pinadala sa akin kanina, asset dun sa one, sa, nasa envelope. Sorry, just, well, I can do that next time, but I'll find it, no? Yung binigay mo sa akin kanina. So, what do we do, sir? Do we allow them to, Huh? They have.
Are you saying, Mr. Chairman, that they have already testified truthfully?
In the executive session, they name names. Diba?
We can already lift the contempt, Mr. Chairman, if you're satisfied.
Sabi nga, humanitarian contempt because baka masaktan sila doon eh.
Yes.
So, are we, anybody moving for lifting of the contempt? Lifting of the contempt?
Yes, under the circumstances that you mentioned, Mr. Chairman, I think there is basis for us to consider them to have, to move to lift the contempt order.
Yes.
And release them from our custody, so they have already cooperated.
Yes, plus the additional orders with the permission of both gentlemen here, that the Department of Justice pick them up, follow up the investigation there, tell Mr. Bangan, General Bangan in Muntinlupa to make sure, Bantag, no? To make sure that they are safe. Because very clear of kanilang testimony, I would advise you to come with me and I will talk to them later. All right? And at the same time, to come back here Rex hearing, no? And make sure that we're able to do so. By the way, the Department of Justice should also give us suggestions on the penitentiary that we're supposed to build, along with the budget for those penitentiaries, and including the Supermax, right? Yeah, we will talk to Mayor Magalong, General Mayor Magalong later about the other witnesses here, and we will need your help there because they're under threat also. All right. In the meantime, the chair, yes, Roger Casarao.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd just like to straighten up one point that was raised by General Lacadin regarding his volunteered information that in his review of the cases while he was RD of Region 3, a lot of reinstated policemen who were figured out in drug cases were reinstated via the Regional Appellate Board. And I know his understanding of the Regional Appellate Board is it is synonymous with NAPOLCOM. I just like to correct the impression that the Regional Appellate Board is not really NAPOLCOM because it's a collegial body. It so happened that composed of 3 people whose decisions are not even appealable to the NAPOLCOM. It goes in a different appellate manner. In other words, when you speak of the Regional Appellate Board, it's not really NAPOLCOM because it's a collegial decision that is arrived at when the RAB makes a decision. In fact, the NAPOLCOM is only 1 member. 2 other members are coming from the Regional Peace and Order Council, and other one is a representative of the Chief PNP. So that a decision is arrived at only at least by 2 members, and that makes a decision. After that decision, it does not even pass through NAPOLCOM anymore. So just to correct the impression that if it's true that there are these reinstatements, it's not the handiwork of the NAPOLCOM, but it's the responsibility or the decision of the Regional Appellate Board, which is a collegial body. Para lang hindi po magkaroon ng misconception, it's the NAPOLCOM making the decision.
Mr. Chairman, well, somehow related to what Attorney Casurao mentioned, I believe your committee will be able to help in considering the bill that is pending in the Committee on Public Order. And this is what I've been saying all along. What we're witnessing here is that there are many or a number of PNP personnel involved in illegal drugs. And the cases are, I don't know what has happened or what. I suggest that I hope Director General Aquino will be monitoring this. That's the reason that the PDEA is the lead agency when it comes to drugs. That is why we want a supervisory control when it comes to anti-narcotics, raids, drug bust. It's about time that perhaps General Bayalde and the Director General fortify and streamline the way the illegal drugs enforcement is being done. And consider seriously my proposal of a Presidential Drug Enforcement Authority that will have a separate bureau only for enforcement, and that will include the PNP, the NBI, and everybody else. So please review that well, because we're witnessing it now. And we are getting this information. Pag hindi natin sinunod yung sinasabi namin doon sa batas at dito sa mga proposal natin, habang buhay ganito tayo. Habang buhay may involved na ganyan. At wala rin mangyayari kumisan. Nangyayari, palakasan. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
We will support it, Mr. Chairman.
Well, kindly take a look also of what we've been saying, yung kanina, na pag yung manghuhuli, may modus operandi. Ang ginagawa nila, magbibigay ng konti pero tinatangay yung karamihan. Dapat talaga matigil na yan. And hanggang ngayon, di pa nyo nahuhuli iba mga pulis na naimbestiga rito na malalaking tao. Kaya nagagalit ang tao. At tingnan nyo, mag-recommend kayo, ang dami-daming Chinese na pumapasok dito na trabaho yan. I'm from Region 3, ang dami-daming Chinese sa Clark, di ba? Tingnan nyo, lahat yan nasa drugs. Yan si Ding Wen Kim, Ding Wen Kun.
Yan ba, Mr. Chairman, established na Chinese? Di ba Korean?
Hindi, si Johnson Lee ang Korean.
Si Johnson Lee ang
Si
Korean.
Ding Wen Kun, may bahay doon sa loob ng Clark. Di ba? Rico Homes. At doon dinala si Johnson Lee pagkatapos. Ayaw lang aminin ni Juan, pero yun ang mga report natin, di ba? Grabe talaga. Anyway, we will suspend, anyway, suspension means we can call it at any time and call in, para we'll gather more evidence. We're waiting for the LTO to finally give us the complete information. We're going to give you all the information so we can find out. And the NBI is hereby directed to help the USA. USA is also doing that to arrest Ronald Santos. You have the middle name? Can you bring the two ladies here? O na, doon na lang, para makita pa sila. So, we have lifted the contempt order on the two ladies. Per their own request, I just want to emphasize that. Per their own request. I was going to bring them here para alam nila request. Sabi ko, baka madali kayo doon. Ayokong sisisihin nyo ang Senado. But I'm asking Senator Yusek Marco to properly give them the necessary security support. And Mayor Magalong, with respect to the two witnesses here in Bucor, I will tell you, they're from Baguio. They're your constituents. They voted for you 10 times. This is pamilya nila. All right, and we thank General Purisima. Thank you, sir, for coming here. Thank you, General Petrosanta. Thank you, General Rudy Lacadena. I'm sure it's very hard for you to make statements like that. Thank you, General Albayalde, because talagang mahirap yung katayuan nyo ngayon dahil maraming mga umaalingaw. And General Magalong, thank you for staying on the plate. Nawala na si Bong Pajardo. Ayun, kasi i-report ko sa asawa niya na umalis ng ganitong oras yan. Baka mamaya hanapin sa akin. And also, certainly, Danny, NBI Director Danny, hindi ko matandaan, Giran. And also all the officers here. I would advise all the police officers involved in this raid to examine your conscience at baka sakaling makita nyo, see your way clear in making sure that you help us finish this problem. I would like to thank the 3 policemen from Mexico and the 3 barangay captains, Ernesto Canda, Lagman, Tolentino, and Villasis, for your cooperation. And hopefully we can solve this. Thank you, Roger, and thank you all those. General, I just want one question answered. General Mijares, you were relieved from ARM, right?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Why were you relieved?
It was, as a regional director, Your Honor, it was a command decision because I have already been there for 20 months, Your Honor.
So that's
and I was transferred to ACG.
So, not because of anything else, but because you've reached a point of na so many years served and you have to go up na, di ba?
So far, Your Honor, I do not have any other.
But thank you very much because
yes.
I asked you, and I know it's not easy for you to come here. I also asked, naku, ito si, hindi ko ma-pronounce, Eugene Bagamaspad. Thank you for coming. Judy Santos Lopez. Let me ask you a question. Ito last question na talaga ito. Judy, you were appointed sana sa Metropolitan Manila, right? But you were denied, and this is for Risa Ontiveros. You were denied because you're a woman, because you don't know how to drive, because you're married to a pastor, and because in spite of your credentials, hindi ka natanggap, dinala ka sa Region 3. Is that correct?
Sir, promotion and position is a prerogative, Your Honor. it is not a right, so I submit to
No,
the...
I heard me say that it is earned. You
I
don't
earned
feel that you have earned it yet.
I
Oh.
Sir, the moment I entered the service, I waived my right
All right.
in favor of government's
That's
favor.
propaganda. Anyway. Session is suspended with my thanks to all of you, with the committee's thanks, and thank you, Senator Drilon. I know you've got a lot of things travel, and certainly Senate President Soto. It is a vindication of the Senator Lacson, thank you. It is an indication clearly of the Senate's desire na magtrabaho kami at masolve ito. Hindi kami titigil hanggang hindi masosolve ito. Session is suspended until further notice.